Yo, and just like that, we're back at it again, fresh from the weekend, man. I love Mondays because we get to come back and just talk about how our weekend went. You already know. A lot of football went on. We're going to get into that shortly, but first of all, welcome to the Blackout Podcast. I'm your host, ODM.
What's up, and I'm your boy, Money Moons.
Who we got over there in the corner?
Whoop de wop. It's Lil Blackiana over here.
Little Blackiana, Crystal Perez. Whoop de wop. We got Danny over there, DJ Danny working the switches over there, producer Danny, a.k.a. El Tortanator.
Shit, love in the building.
All right, man. Who we got today, man? Who's taking care of us?
We got the homie. We got my dog. I called him. I told him to pull up. We got the homie Sav did it. What up, homie?
Hey, here we in there like swimwear, man. Block out. We're man.
Producer, artist, engineer extraordinaire.
Shit.
Daycare runner, pimp.
Video editor.
I do it all, man.
Ski mask wearer.
Ski mask fashion model. If you got a new ski mask you want somebody to test, give it to me.
That's right, bro. You definitely aren't cold up in this bitch, right?
No, I'm trying to
or maybe you
warm.
are. That's why you're having that on. I don't know. How are we looking right now, man? We sounding good? Everything good? All right, man. Let's get into today's sponsor.
Shit, man. So shout out to that. Today's sponsor is brought to... let me get this shit going.
And you rap for a living,
I rap, bro. I can't even weed.
I can't weed.
All right, today's episode is brought to you by Nationwide Presents. Nationwide Presents is a premier concert company in Southern California, bringing you the hottest concerts and events. And look, check it out. They just announced this brand new concert back in the day, Freestyle Fest, with performances from Lisa, Shannon, Trainor, Mary Jane Girls, Mellow Man H, JJ Fat, and more. And it's all going down April 8th at the Adelanto Event Center. Make sure you get your tickets at nationwidepresents.com and make sure to follow them on Instagram at Nationwide Presents.
Damn, look at that lineup right there. I'm looking on the screen. Back in the day, man. Freestyle, Lisa, come on, man. She like to. I don't know who necessarily the queen of freestyle is. I mean, we interviewed Trainor a couple weeks back. Would you say she is, or was Lisa before Trainor? Sav, you might know that answer.
You know what? I don't know. That's hard to say.
Man, I think I want to say Lisa was the first, because she was all up in Crush Groove.
She was doing the what was it? The not the
Wonder If I Take You Home. What?
Yeah, well, I know the record, but I'm saying like as far as like actual freestyle, didn't they have like the what was that show? I can't remember the show.
You talking about a freestyle show?
Was it like a freestyle show back then?
On TV?
Yeah. No, probably not. I'm tripping there.
Like Soul Train?
No,
American Bandstand.
Maybe I'm tripping, but
shit, that would have been dope. They had a freestyle show. Maybe they did. I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway,
that's worth looking in.
Get your tickets, man. It's gonna be a hot ass show right there. So let's go around the room really quick. Let's talk about how everybody weekend went. Money Moons.
It was
good?
Cool, man. It was cool. Just kicked it. I went to the casino Friday.
Yeah.
No one said what's up to me. I said I was gonna be there, but no one said what's up.
No one said what's up.
Remember with the writers, and I said I'm gonna be at a casino, Morongo. Pull up, I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah.
So they saved me money. So shout out to y'all.
That's right.
And I just kicked it, bro. Watch football.
Yeah, that's what's up. Friday, after the interview, shout outs to MB Riders. If you guys missed the interview, they were here in town performing in Pomona at the Glass House. They came through Friday afternoon. It was lit. The interview is the previous one from this one. But we had a good conversation, man, over on Friday. And then after that, I think I just went to the crib, just kicked it, man, had some drinks, got ready for Saturday. It was my little niece's birthday, Delilah. Shout outs to her. Me's 7 years old. We went over to Big Air Trampoline in Corona.
Call it Trampoline Park.
That shit is lit. That shit was packed, man, like a mall Christmas, bro. Like I was like, we were tripping, like, man, so many people here, and I'm like, well, Saturday, man, people still didn't really get to experience that during the pandemic. You could still blame it on people just going out now, and I mean, they're like, fuck it, do I go spend this much money at the movies, or do I go, do I go buy a new house, or do I go take my kids to big trampoline park, man? So I got to spend it on my damn kids, man. But it was really lit. Shout out to everybody that had us there, and Sunday just watch some football.
That's right.
That's right.
What about you, Crystal?
Oh,
I know you had a big event at the Ducks, right? Or you had a couple gigs.
I had a good weekend, man. It was jam packed with some action. Friday I was at downtown Rialto. Shouts out to the people. They got the dance floor cracking.
That's
it was
right.
a good night.
Yeah.
And then Saturday was Women in Sports Night at the Honda Center for the Ducks game that was happening. And it was like an all day thing. A little bit different than your normal hockey game. They just had they had panels. They had a speed mentorship thing going on.
Oh, that's dope.
During the day, yeah. So it was like for, obviously the professional female athletes.
Yeah.
Elite like Olympians of the past, and
Okay.
also for all the women repping in sports within media, within all the other areas of
That's
the
so
sports
dope.
industry. Yeah.
So a lot of maybe like ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
Was there.
Just shed light on all that talent.
Exactly,
Too, for sure.
reporters. It was lit, and then
Yeah.
like the whole soundtrack for the whole night was just the ladies soundtrack.
That's what I'm talking about.
honoring the ladies. So, it got,
So yeah, I
had
know
a
you
lot
throw
of
on
good
some
music.
Beyonce.
You know what? We threw on a
You
lot
throw on
of different.
some.
Yeah,
I Will Survive. Gloria Gaynor. All the ladies went
All
crazy.
that.
Like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
All
I
the
will
ladies.
survive.
You know what? I was sad because I didn't get to throw out "Just a Girl" from No Doubt. I wanted to hit that so
and
bad.
she's from OC.
I know, and it's a good
Damn.
sing along, but shit happens in the booth, and
Yeah. You were busy though, man. You had a busy day because you were outside and inside as well, right?
that's right. I was DJing the speed mentorship portion of it, and then inside I made my in arena debut with
Yeah.
the freaking
Hell yeah.
Anaheim Ducks.
So that was your first time?
Fire.
That was my first time DJing in arena. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I was prepping for a while, and even the day of, the moment of, just going down the track list,
Yeah.
and then kicking out whatever people were playing,
You were kicking out people in the booth?
No,
What is it?
kicking out
Get out of
tracks.
here. You know what I'm saying?
I know she was.
I ain't got that
This is
pull.
my moment. Get out.
I ain't got that
This for
kind
the
of pull
ladies
yet.
right now.
Yeah, this is my moment. Get out.
We're going to fuck around and get her fired right now. Look at
No, but
It's all going. It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
as DJs, it's like, oh, this person just played the track I wanted to play. Okay, let me regather. Let me rethink what
Yeah.
to throw in next. It was one of those. Just
Now,
on the
were
fly
you
stuff.
nervous when you were inside the actual stage playing for all those people, man?
I was excited, but along with that, there was some nervousness. I kept saying it was equal parts fun and fright because it's just.
I just hope to God the power doesn't cut off right now.
It's high energy, it's high pressure situation. So, and
we get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
But overall, I mean, you kicked ass, did your thing, so that's what's up, man.
Took
Shout
some
out.
names.
Did your feet hurt when you was done? That means you kicked ass.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So let's talk about Sunday, bro. Come on, man. Super Bowl is on its way. 57, you already know. The Eagles versus the Chiefs is going down February 12th. But first, let's get into this, man. Who's shooting us a donation on the
Shit,
Super
we got to
Chat,
shout
man?
to Caesar Garcia for that donation. He says, shout out to the Blockout Podcast. Let's keep it moving. Let's hit 10K this month. All-Star Insurance, we got you.
Man, that's in San Diego right there. Shout out
Damn.
to my folkers, man, for sure. But yeah, man, Super Bowl 57, it's on, dude. And
I heard that was a pretty big upset for the 49ers.
did you watch
Man.
both games
I
at all?
didn't. I just got back in town, so I missed. I'm going to be watching highlights tonight or tomorrow.
Wait a minute, you were in Vegas, didn't
Yeah.
you? Man, you were
I
like
was
the
moving
best.
out.
You should have.
I was moving around. I was here. I was there. I was in LA. I was in Palmdale. I moved around, man.
Yeah.
But I missed everything. But I heard it was quite the upset.
It
yeah.
was. The first game was definitely an upset.
I'm stuck in the middle. I have 49er friends, and then I have
Yeah.
Cowboy friends, and they
Yeah.
just it's been like Bloods and Crips all over again on
Yeah.
social media.
Man, it wasn't even a game, bro. Cowboys would have done a better. Cowboys would have won that game if they would have played.
Yeah, I heard it was
Yeah.
For sure. For
a bad
sure.
reception.
Yeah.
But so the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. Chiefs and
Chiefs
the
and
Eagles,
Eagles.
bro. Now, the Chiefs just, the Eagles, first off, mangled the fucking 49ers, dude, 31-7.
Ouch.
Like,
felt
it never
that.
stood a chance, bro. And I feel so bad because I got a lot of family members that are 49er fans, too.
Yeah, I have friends, family, all that.
You know,
Were they just down when you saw them?
they weren't. I didn't see nobody.
Oh.
I stayed
They
home.
were in the house.
They didn't go out. They didn't come out of hiding.
There were parties. I stayed in the house because I like to just chill on Sunday,
Yeah.
and I was helping.
Where's the Super Bowl at this year?
It's gonna be
Arizona.
Arizona, bro.
Arizona.
Yeah.
That's down for a trip.
AZ, that's what I'm
That's
saying,
not too
man.
far.
I mean, well, shit, we'll see what happens. We might have to get a little spot out there, a little block out, you know what I'm saying? /
Get a little
performance.
Airbnb
Hey
going.
now.
Yeah, that'd be
Just park
dope.
down the street and hear all the noise.
Yeah, totally, man.
crazy.
I'll tell you one person who's dying for some. Hey,
Do something strange.
what would you do for some Super Bowl tickets? Well, hold that thought. Hey, Crystal, man, let us know right now who's wilding out, man, on social media for some Super Bowl tickets.
You know what? Amber Rose want to eat the booty like groceries in exchange for some Super Bowl tickets. Did you guys see that post?
Oh no, I saw it when you sent it to me though. What was it all about?
Yeah, so she posts on her IG, yo, whose ass I got to eat to get Super Bowl tickets to the Super Bowl. So that caused a commotion
there-
and got a lot of likes. And also,
There it is.
I guarantee you, she got a DM with someone who's.
Someone who's playing.
DM, not even.
For
She got a
sure.
comment. Diplo slid through the comments. Was like,
Whoa, what did Diplo say?
he said the raise the hand emoji.
You
He's
said
like,
you can
"Me?
dip low.
Diplo on this, baby.
Damn.
Culo, I gotta eat for
The
Super
culo,
Bowl
okay.
tickets.
Well, because how much are those tickets?
Probably
It's a couple
ridiculous.
G's, huh?
Exactly.
For nosebleeds.
Exactly. So Daddy Diplo can afford
I
it.
guarantee you.
Dang, I can only imagine because the freaking the Niners and Cowboys game was like what $1,500 a ticket.
Yeah.
For standing, fool.
Let
Not
me
even
see.
for a seat.
I heard some of the tickets at the last Super Bowl when the Rams played. Some of those tickets were like
Crazy.
50, 60,000
through
for
the
like
roof.
nosebleed.
Yeah, that's right. They were crazy. One of my boys paid them.
60,000.
Swear.
One of my boys paid. My boy Steve, the one with the RV,
Oh.
with the video. Yeah, bro.
Damn.
He gotta like that though.
Well, he got season ticket. He's a season ticket holder, so he gets first dibs at it. You know what I'm saying?
What about like the worst seat in the Super Bowl? How much would that ticket go for? Because she didn't specify. She didn't say. She just said.
I'm saying
some Super Bowl.
$5,000. I'm guessing $5,000.
Damn. For a nosebleed?
Oh yeah.
I
for
think.
sure.
Oh,
I think.
For sure.
All right. Well, there you
gonna
go.
look that shit
Amber
up.
Rose, right there. If you want to sponsor her out, she'll do you a flavor.
Yeah, she'll eat the booty like groceries. Come on, man. You already know. Shout outs to everybody out there. I was looking for the price right here. Oh, here we go.
Starting at $5,000.
$5,313.
That's nosebleed. All that,
Yeah.
that's in the parking lot.
Oh.
That's in the parking lot.
Fuck that. You know how much carne asada I can get with that, man? I kick it at home.
For real.
Have front row seat, bro.
Yeah. Big screen. Pull the
Shit, dude.
projector
They
out.
have to eat nobody's ass.
Like 20 balls of Don Julio.
Oh, I didn't say I wouldn't eat nobody's ass. There's one person I'm eating. She might be watching right now. Okay.
and she ain't Amber.
Hit the button. All horny.
Good shit. What else is going on the block talk, Crystal?
Well, keeping it on Super Bowl, you know who's going to be performing there, right?
Riri.
It's the Riri concert
Riri.
featuring the Chiefs and the Eagles, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
we have a TikTok priest that is spilling the tea on that. He said that Rihanna is the devil's music, right?
The devil's music, Rihanna.
Yeah. So apparently, this TikTok priest, he had a heart attack, died for a second,
First of all, how's he a TikTok? How you a priest on TikTok?
because he's a priest and he's posting on TikTok.
Okay,
so
got
he's a
you,
TikTok
got you.
priest. He's
I thought
getting
that was
clout.
his
I
label.
think that was a pretty
You know what I'm
legitimate
saying?
question because I was starting to really figure that out. Like, wait, what?
You're
It
a
is now.
Okay, go ahead.
He only practices on TikTok now. But so he's letting the people know that he had an experience back in 2016 where he briefly visited hell.
I did hear about this.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah,
He went to hell?
And supposedly the song that was playing in hell was Umbrella, Ella,
Yeah.
and they were using it for torture.
Exactly. So
I heard that story.
so he's talking about an area in hell where they play music, and it's, you know, the music that we hear here on earth, but it's not sung by these artists, it's sung by demons. So one of the songs that you heard was Umbrella. He also talks about Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy. That too is the devil's music. And also
No
Jasmine
shit.
Sounds like something they
Sullivan.
were playing hell, bro.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Be
Be
happy.
But you gotta think it's gotta be in the demon voice. Don't worry.
That's gotta be the devil, yeah.
That would be
he's-
some creepy shit.
It is, right? So he's
Kinda
advocating that people that kind of use drugs, alcohol to get creative, it's
Yeah.
actually lowering your vibration,
shit.
bringing you down to a level where these demons can come and talk to you and
Yeah.
give you, give you some good hooks. But it's because they want to control, the public with this music.
Yeah.
And if you're a conspiracy person, that's kind of
It's pretty deep.
on point. Yeah, with what they
I get
say.
it. Yeah, the crazy story. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get rid of all the rap then.
Yeah.
Honestly,
People
I
smoking, getting high,
Smoking
doing all
weed,
that.
I know,
smoking weed,
right?
blowing
I'm a
tree.
born again Christian.
But if you think
And
about
I'm on
it, though,
TikTok. Come check me out, yo.
I'm on TikTok. Me and Odie, I'm gonna start a whole TikTok.
Yeah, so the
Born again.
credibility is like, maybe he's just doing this for the clout or whatnot. But also, since Rihanna's gonna be doing the Super Bowl, that's a mass ritual. So
That's a very big ritual.
Yeah, that's a big ass.
makes sense.
They say what is the average people who tune in? It's like over 100 million people watch
The biggest, the
Bowl?
most watched.
most
It used
watched
to be the
event
most
in
watched.
the entire
God
world.
damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so what they call that is energy harvesting, kind of the same like with the Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, I'm ready to see Rihanna sing Umbrella and all their damn hits. It's been too long since she's been on stage,
Yes. For
in the
real.
studio. Who knows? She might be making music. We just haven't heard it
Right,
yet.
true.
You know?
You're right.
But I know
People
she
like that, people of that caliber, they're really they be cooking a lot. They
For
just,
sure.
They they're at that level now where they might even putting it out as much.
Yeah.
I mean,
how many songs you make, dude, and don't
A
put
lot.
out? You know what I'm saying? Got an arsenal.
Yeah.
And she been getting that bag, too, off that Fenty. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you know what I'm
Might be
saying?
rocking Fenty out there, fool.
For real. I would. I'd promote my brand.
For fact, her dancers at least.
Don't let no nipple fall out, Janet Jackson. 2023.
Can we retract that? Can we please? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, isn't there like a delay now because of that happened? Like there's like a 5-second delay or some shit.
I think it's 12. I think it's longer
12
than 12
'cause of that,
seconds.
huh?
In radio, it's 12 seconds.
It's not live anymore though because of that.
I
But
think
they have a delay now because of
Yeah,
that.
because
Yeah.
their titty popped out.
so. Ever since that happened with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl, like everybody just like radio, just man,
it's a slight delay,
she
yeah.
set the bar. Yeah, like if you cuss, your fine went up to like 200,000 a
Right.
cuss word
Right.
on radio.
Wow.
And it cost people's jobs and it cost companies money, man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Now, do you think that was like
So just for the
accident,
record,
or
we
think it
can
was
cuss on here,
staged?
right?
We could fucking cuss all we
Find out
want,
what the fuck I'm talking about.
Hey, you think it was real though? Or you think it was staged?
I don't know, dude.
I think it was
Janet
staged.
Jackson's titty popping
Bro,
out
it had a ring on it. It had a sun ring.
like a star, huh?
Yeah, it was like a star around the nipple.
Man, I remember I was like 5 years old.
Star, what does that mean? What's star thing
Well, I
mean
don't
on the
think it
nipple?
was the sun, but it was like
Yeah.
it was like a
Like some
ornament.
It was like an
Illuminati
extravagant-
shit? What? I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to
Illuminati
say?
sign?
We got the conspiracy girl over here. I need to
You
ask
know,
her. What
well,
does the
they-
star on the nipple mean? Or
They
the
say
sun-
not to look directly into the sun, all right? You're going to end up like Icarus. So you weren't supposed to look at that. That's on y'all.
Hey, it reminds me of the fools that used to mad dog me in the hood. I go, why you looking at me like you're looking at the sun? Nah.
She
Old
did
joke.
put on for mad nipple jewelry in that Super Bowl.
No,
though.
that's for sure was staged. And then it had like the button. I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched it that much. But
Yeah, that
Fuck,
wasn't
he
no
motherfucker
word.
memorized the whole
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a
yeah, I
while,
haven't seen
but
it in a while. But, you know, I knew it was five buttons. About
Hey, my
eight.
dog has a screenshot.
It was 5 buttons.
It's a core memory for him.
well, you got to think, did she have an album dropping in 2 weeks? See, we were all new to shit like that happening,
Right.
and we didn't know that. Okay, because nowadays something like Kanye goes on a rant on Twitter, and then his album
single
drops
dropping,
next
yeah.
week. Yeah, same with like Blueface and Christiana, what's her name?
Krishan.
Krishan.
Yeah, they
The
just
whole
the whole
shit,
no jumper,
and
and,
them.
and you see their new video. They drop a new video, and no jumper clip is in that video,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, we got you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I ain't mad at them. The way social media is, and
Well, it's all marketing 101 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Reality TV does it. All these other, movies do it.
Yeah.
Actors,
All
Gots
those
to.
Yeah.
PR moves.
I need some
It's
PR
major
like that.
PR moves. Shout out to the PR agents out there. Those are some of the gatekeepers to success in this industry for sure.
Brains, dog,
Man.
brains. What else is cracking though? Speaking of Kanye, did we have something on Kanye? Kanye West. There was a video floating around a couple of days. I don't know if it was yesterday, or a couple of days ago. But, he pulled up in Kanye fashion in his Jeep, whatever it looked like. And, paparazzi was out there with their cameras. And, he got pissed off. He's been known to get into it with the paparazzi. And But he didn't get out of his car. He just kind of rolled down his window. Well, I think we got a video clip of it. What you got over there, my boy?
What the fuck? Oh, he threw his phone away.
You want me to be running up on your kids' games like that?
Hey, bro, what do you want me to do? Is everybody's here. Dude, you know how it is every week, bro.
I want to just see my kids.
I understand, bro, but it's not just me. It's 100 of us.
Everybody got to stop when I see my kids.
Bro, dude, like, what do you want us to do? It's 100 of us.
I don't care how many.
Well, what do you want us to do?
Do you want to hear what I want you to do?
Yeah, tell us what you want us to do.
If I need to see my kids without you photographing,
Okay. You can't go home and see them? Like, what do you want us to do?
home
It's a
and see
public place.
Control.
Oh, it gets better.
it's called human rights.
It's a public place. Kanye, you know what time it is?
When I see my kids, y'all got to stop.
Like that. If I say stop,
I wasn't running.
if I say it ain't running,
I haven't even seen
I
this.
wasn't
stop with
running.
your cameras.
You're going to yank that
I
shit
know,
right out of
Kanye,
here.
you're a celebrity.
Tossed it. Bad Bunny eater. Didn't Bad Bunny do the
Yeah,
same
he
thing?
did. He had the fans.
Yeah.
What the?
I mean,
Okay.
Crazy ass vato. What you think?
thoughts?
Okay, I
Sav?
got a few thoughts on this. Okay, so I personally am not at any level to where I deal with the paparazzi on that level. So I can't relate to that. However, if you're at that level of success, everything comes with sacrifice, bro. If you're gonna have that level of fame,
Yes.
that level of income, that level of notoriety and legendary status, if you will, you know what I'm saying? It comes at a cost.
Yes.
There's nothing in life for free. If you want to be that fucking successful and have that kind of fucking money to where you can just buy a $40 million Malibu house and gut it out like it's a fucking piece of shit in OC, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're paying for that lifestyle, bro.
Right.
And this comes with it. Everybody wants to know what you're doing at all times. So I personally, I understand it's probably really annoying and all that, but I can't really sympathize with that.
Right.
That's the cost of the lifestyle you're living.
I agree 100%. I think I'm halfway there because when it comes to me, whatever, like you said, man, I signed up for this, and this is
Right.
what comes along with it, especially in today's age with everything. My kids though, man, it's almost like celebrities getting pissed off when they be eating and people come and ask for an autograph,
Right.
and it's like they used to get pissed off at that. Now, it's like when you're in somebody's like Kanye's caliber, I don't know, man. He can't even pick up his kids and put. I'd be more pissed off the camera being on my kids.
No, I agree.
But then again, his kids are freaking exposed to the Kardashians.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're already kind of in the media. Like,
know.
if it was me and my wife and my kids, and that was kind of I kind of get that because I'm very defensive of my wife and my children as well. However, it's like you still understand this is the lifestyle that you signed up for. So,
right.
And then it doesn't help. It doesn't help the matter that your wife or ex-wife, for that matter, is very social on social media.
You think Kanye's trying to be anti that now more so that he knows that Kim is that way? In terms of being private with his kids and stuff like that, trying to go away from it.
Well, the Kardashians are for sure like they're not camera shy whatsoever.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But maybe being exposed to that, being a part of that family for so long, it probably just he was already a celebrity of high notoriety, but now it's like every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't change your game in the ninth inning, Kanye. Sorry, man.
It's just time to play ball, baby.
You got too many hits, man.
Play ball, man, for real.
And you've been on one too many Kardashian episodes.
But to the paps out there, respect the kids though, man, because they innocent. They don't know shit.
Yeah, man, protect the kids.
Protect the kids, though.
That's exactly how I feel.
Parents,
for sure.
I don't know.
All right. Early on Instagram, I don't know if you saw, literally, I mentioned that there may be somebody pregnant. Could it be in this room? There's only one female. Crystal, for the record, Crystal Perez, are you pregnant?
Not it.
Okay, good.
Tell us. Moons, I knew it. What talking about? That was the big news. That's my boy.
Somebody might be pregnant, though, right?
Somebody might be, and it might be Megan the Stallion.
What?
Or it might be Meghan Trainor. I guess there's two Megans out there.
No, she just had a baby, so she's already post-pregnancy. Yeah, shout out to Meghan Trainor, her second baby right there.
Just kidding.
She all about that bass.
Then it may or may not be Megan the Stallion. So we'll see if that prediction comes true. But that's just the rumor that's out right now, allegedly.
Yeah.
And if so, Partisan Fontaine, you guys are artists, so you guys familiar with him?
Who's that? Baby Daddy?
Yeah, Partisan. Yeah. Wait.
He's a producer too. So he did.
The Baby Daddy.
He did that song with Cardi. What was it?
The WAP?
No, it was before that. Pre-WAP era.
Back it up. Shout out to the DJ Danny boy for that.
Yo, that's a fire track.
DJ Danny know his shit.
Yeah, Party with Cardi.
The flowers what they deserve.
So we'll see about that. That's the word on the curb.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just the one thing I noticed about the constant motion of the industry. I think it's always been this way. It's like it's clearly a young sport, if you would, for a lot of people, especially in like the hip hop genre.
Yeah.
However, I think it is great when people are able to, get to a status in life where they can start a family and have that. Because, that's the goal anyway, is to, achieve success and have a family, right?
Right.
Let them have their families, man.
Absolutely.
Pop them babies out.
And a lot of people be waiting. I know dudes to be waiting, to have babies. They want to just play the field. And, man, I got all that, but like Nikki settled down.
Yeah.
Nikki, you know.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And she ended up on, she had some music. Oh, she had, You Can Ride It, You Can Run It. You can took that MC Hammer sample.
Yeah, she was rocking the baby.
Anaconda one?
Yeah. Mommy got to go back on stage.
Anaconda one?
Yep.
That one?
No, it was
I fuck with it.
Super Freaky. She's
Super
a super freaky
freaky.
mom.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Yeah, the Rick James sample, man. That's how I remember that shit.
DP's
I love
on
my
it.
old school right there, man.
What do you think she named her kid?
Who that? Megan?
Megan.
I don't know.
Stallion?
Not Tori.
Tory Lanez? Hey, was she
Daystar?
fucking with the baby too?
Was she?
Wasn't there some shit out there?
Probably. No, I think
Tory
that was
Lanez?
Saweetie. No, it's kidding.
Oh, I don't remember.
Hey, I'm still having Odie he said not Tory.
Not Tori. Not Tori. Shit,
Tory
man.
Lanez?
None of that.
Dude shot her pinky toe and went to jail.
Yeah, man.
You shot my pinky toe.
That was-
what movie's that from? What movie's that from? You don't
Oh,
remember? You shot my pinky toe. Eddie
it from-
Murphy. Eddie Murphy. Who else? Man.
Never mind. I was thinking something else.
Harlem
Don't worry.
Nights. Harlem
Harlem
Nights.
Nights.
Damn it.
That's old school. That's old school right there. But
Classic.
80s.
shit, man.
Hey, but that whole case was mind blowing. Just how it was unfolding. I didn't know what was gonna happen. And I couldn't follow it too close, but like just the outcome of that case was a trip.
Yeah, didn't she end up walking away? Did she walk away with some money? Or he just went? He walked away with some years.
He walked. Well, he's got to get sentenced, I believe, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
going.
Before you get
Yeah.
locked up?
No, he did get locked up.
Oh, he's already locked
I
up?
think he's locked
Yeah.
up right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Down so out the loop.
It's tough.
Yeah, him and Young Thug, bro. Man,
Might get hit with the Rico.
I
bro,
don't want to meet Rico.
dude, he was on Did you see that clip going around when Young Jock was on not Young, was he? Yeah, no, Young Thug was on that podcast with what's his name? Gunna. What's his name? Gunna.
Oh, Gunna, yeah.
And then the other dude, I don't forget his name. He told him, he was like, yo, he was like schooling. He was like, man, you can't keep doing this,
$1
bro.
million with the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't keep doing this, man, because sooner or later he just spit the game like you're gonna end up in there and everything's gonna be gone and. Watch who you around and whoop-de-whoop. And he told him like months prior before he got popped.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, he was already doing the dirty
Yeah.
shit. And next thing you know, he got popped. But it's like people forewarn you, but you keep doing shit until you
people
get
are
caught.
hard-headed anyway. The one thing that I just can't figure out when I, watching from afar is just, when you find a way out of that kind of lifestyle, why go back in?
Right.
Because it's a habit.
Well,
it's like in you.
It's a habit, and it's. I mean, but even then, though, habits can be changed. Like that's just poor decision making at the end of the day. Because most people who I've ever known from the hood are trying to get out of the hood.
Yeah.
One of my OGs used to always say, how you tell the difference between someone who's from it and who's not. Someone who's not from it always wants to be in, and someone who's accustomed to it wants to get the fuck out.
Facts.
So if you have that level of, how many people are dying just to pay their fucking rent this month? You're a multi-millionaire.
Right.
You can sleep with any woman you want. You have endless resources of money, success, and you want to resort to this Scarface bullshit.
I think the same way, bro.
It's crazy to me, bro.
Same way.
It's crazy. I can't even give fucking Money Moons to give me a verse yet, dog. These guys are over here doing all this shit. He got verses.
And I'm pulling up on Wednesday, fool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull a play.
Yeah, but all jokes aside, I just think it's heartbreaking too, man. Just when you see people that really have a chance to get out of this shit, and then there's so many other people who are still fighting for their chance or surviving for a chance, struggling for a chance.
Yeah.
And then it's just thrown away constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, wasted talent.
Facts.
We got Sav Did It up in the building on this Monday night, man. Check it out. We got a number. You want to call us up? Throw that number up there, Danny, so we can get active one time.
Tap in.
The number's always up there. By the way, I think we got another. Hit him up with another sponsor right quick.
Oh yeah, let's hit him with this sponsor real quick.
Yeah, man.
Just want to shout out to. All right, this hour is brought to you by Forever Faded and Creative Photo Shoots. Forever Faded is an entertainment social media page. Make sure you follow them for updates on all their events. They host creative photo shoots, 420 events, and they also have their own clothing line coming soon. Make sure you follow them on social media at Forever Faded Entertainment. Shout out to the homie.
Where the hyenas and the impalas, homie?
Faded.
Oh, that's a separate one? Okay, then we cool. Shout out to Creative Photo Shoots. Thanks for supporting the podcast, man. We appreciate you.
Much love.
100. Really quick, I want to talk about tomorrow. We're going to be Taco Tuesday. We're going to be at Bubba's Tacos in Ontario, our very first remote. You guys excited, man?
Yeah.
Sav, you
It's
come
gonna be
through, bro.
dope.
Come
I
get some
might have to
tacos.
support. What time you gonna be there?
Bubba's Tacos.
We're going live at 5 o'clock.
5
Well, maybe taping. I think might be taping. But either way,
Either way,
yeah, we're
send
going to
me
be
the
there.
info. Yeah, I'm there. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
give me some tacos. It's not far.
So the manager there, ¿cómo se llama? What's his name, bro? Bubba. Duh, his name's Bubba. Shit, he's going to be
Bubba's Tacos.
he offered his spot, bro. So we're going to come out there, turn up, eat some tacos, drink some drinks, some beers, some micheladas. I don't know, whatever we feeling tomorrow, man. So stop on through if you need that info. We'll post it up on the community page right here on YouTube. Really quick, man. Also, shout outs to Cheech Marin. Cheech Marin, man. Cheech and Chong, obviously. Shout outs to Riverside. He's got the art museum down here, the Cheech Marin Art Museum. And he just recently, last Thursday, he received the Riverside Hero Award.
That's dope.
And what that does, it goes to a group or individual who's made a significant contribution to promote the community at the state and or national level in the past year. So I thought that was dope.
Is he
That's
originally from
IE.
here? Riverside?
Nah, he's from LA, Holmes.
Okay.
He was born in LA. Nah, I don't know what he's
Chong.
done.
He got recognition out here too, though.
Yeah, well, what it does, he brought his museum out here.
Museum's over here.
Oh, okay.
And shout out to the city of Riverside, man. They just said, yeah, you can bring it out here. I don't know. Rumor has it, don't quote me, but rumor has it that it was just not enough space or there wasn't enough building the size or whatever out in L.A.
Right.
So he moved it out this way. And I think it was a great fit for downtown Riverside,
Yeah,
man.
for
It's
sure. Bring
definitely
it to the
blowing
IE,
up.
man.
I gotta go check that shit out. I've never been.
Yeah, I'm down.
You gotta go.
You gotta smoke a blunt before you go, or what?
Hell yeah. I know, right?
While you walk in.
Shit.
They hand them out the door. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they should.
I don't want them to shut up.
Gotta do it
Shouts
right.
out.
You can go see Cheech or
Right.
Cheech's
Yeah.
Museum.
Shouts out to Cheech, man. He's been repping Riverside.
Hell
This whole
yeah.
time, anytime I see him pop up on a reel or something like that, he's got the Riverside shirt on.
that's hard.
Damn, you
So,
repping.
much love, Cheech.
That's what's up. Sav Did It is in the building, man. Let's talk. Let's talk music with you right now, my man. For the audience that don't know, I see some players in here that do know you, but for those that
Shout out
don't,
to the fans, man.
How did your career start? Where were you born and raised? All that.
It's been a long journey, man. Long Beach, California, bro. Coming up, man. Got introduced to music really early on in my life. I fell in love with the aspect of producing first. So I know I've said this in other interviews before, but really it was. It was old school, like a DR5 drum machine was my first piece of equipment. I had a Motif ES8 over time. So I fell in love with the early stages of actually when you were making beats, it was really all analog.
Right.
And then, through, out my teen years of doing that, I tried to get into the rapping and stuff early on, but it was like, okay, I was more comfortable in my zone.
Yeah.
Was
this in the 80s, 90s?
No, this was in the early 2000s.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
But yeah.
Well, how old are you, brother? How old are you?
I'm 25 in the entertainment industry.
Okay, how long? There's a reason why I asked, because then you know your shit then. Because I heard you on other interviews and your music.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, but I started on analog gear, which I think was a blessing too, because I know Fruity Loops and there was other DAWs and stuff out at the time.
Yeah.
But I was fortunate enough at my age, right as I was, creeping into, high school to start really messing with analog gear. And I was the only access I had. A friend of mine had it. So, when I would go to his brother had turntables and drum machines. And so we go over there.
The Fruity Loops came after the ADATs.
Yeah.
See, we fuck with ADATs when I had it. I had the MPC 60, Roger Lynn, the original one, drum machine, right? And then I had ADATs. And then next thing I know, DAWs started coming out, or all these other drum kits and shit on Fruity Loop.
Yeah, for sure.
So
because I remember it was around probably early 2002 when I first started really trying to get into it, and like I said, even at that age there was still computers and DAWs and stuff. So for me to get my start on analog gear, I just fell in love with it from the gate. It was just something about the whole process of it. And
what do you think your thoughts on analog versus digital
now? Man. Digital is very convenient. However, one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, besides selling my Impala, which my wife still kicks my ass for to this day, was selling my analog gear. Yeah. I miss it.
Exactly.
I miss it. The value of it is astronomical.
Yeah.
And I fucking regret it every day. Because it was some of the best gear I had, and some of those sounds, man. Because now obviously I'm in the digital age, so I have multiple plugins, things like that emulate these, but nothing is like the original.
Nothing like the original?
There's nothing like a real, a Motif ESA, like a real, a Roland Phantom. Or,
right.
A
now,
Trinity.
Does this include, because it's been a while, the outboard gear? Have the Roland, all that. That's all.
I love all those, even the boards and all that. Because there was some, I can't remember the exact name. There was one that I had. At the time, I think I paid $900 for it. Now, I looked up on Guitar Center or Musician's Friend recently, and it's 5 bands now.
No shit.
And it's just a fucking guitar rack with, I think, 2,000 guitar sounds. It's amazing.
Right,
you can run it into an actual bass, actual electric guitar. You can run it into a keyboard. And I sold that fucking gear for $400 or $500. I fucking hate it to this day.
Man.
But those something about the analog gear. It's just they have such an authentic sound. So now when I see a lot of big producers like Charlie Puth and stuff like that, they may be doing a lot of stuff in Russ too. Shout out to Russ. They do a lot of digital music, but in the background there's still a ton of analog shit.
You can identify the sound.
Yeah. I mean, not all the time. I'm not that goddamn good. I think I have really good ears. So I'm not that good. But it is something that's just more. It's more authentic and organic.
Right.
So that's one thing I do miss. And as I continue in my career, I want to start collecting analog gear again.
Yeah.
My first piece that I started collecting was a Korg, a micro Korg. So I just got a micro Korg because I wanted to learn the talk box. So
the Korg is the keyboard, right?
Yeah, the micro Korg. So, but I got the original design. It was the same design that Roger Troutman used to use in the 80s.
I was going to ask you, who's your top talk boxer of all time?
Roger would have to be top. Second would be MC Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the MB Riders, bro, all that shit, I used to fucking love the one thing I loved that MB Riders did, which congrats on having them on the show recently too. That's
for sure.
I did tune into that. That was dope.
Thank you.
But they had a song called Forever. I forgot what album it was off of. That record when they had old girls singing along with the talk boxing, just that melodic sound is fucking crazy to me. I don't think a lot of people don't really emulate that a lot much more. I know Roger did it a little bit too, but yeah, it's just I would say Roger and then probably MC Magic and then maybe 3 Battle Cat and Quick.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Quick was on the show a few weeks ago. He called in when we had Second to None here, and we started getting into the conversation about analog, and he was like, dude, nothing beats it. He's even starting to go back to analog shit too as well. It's just the warmth of it, man.
Right.
Just the bass, you know what I'm saying? The sound.
Well, just the sounds. And
Remember
it's
the
like,
reel to reel?
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's the thing, like because a lot of people who know me, anybody who's ever worked with me that's watching or whatever, I'm very passionate about my music, from the artists I work with to the beats that I make to the songs that I mix to the verses that I write. Everything, every aspect. I'm very passionate about it, but just being such a nerd for this shit, like I really am a full-on music nerd, understanding exactly how the whole digital process works, but hearing just the warmth of that old technology, like it really is a piece of art. Yeah. This machine, you press this button and tweak this knob, and it really does some crazy shit. Oh, yeah. It wasn't just so automated and so easy. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it's a blessing that we're able to, have this easy way of music creation now. However, it does kind of eliminate the challenge of it, and I think that's why the music is coming out. It's such a high in abundance now, and it's almost being watered down because it's too easy to do.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't there a way now for you to like record and then you can run it through analog?
I believe so.
You run it through the reels, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think I've done that before with a couple records, and it sounds
now,
like
I'm not
you can feel
hating
it.
on like new processes of doing it, but like I said, when I was coming into the game, I was fortunate enough to be taught by people who really were like from the analog era. You know what I'm saying? That from the ADAT tapes, and then in just the multi-track units and all that shit, and really having to have a reverb plugged in and turn it up to get the reverb from the mic.
Yeah.
And it might sound like fucking hieroglyphics to a lot of people watching, but just learning how that process was and where it is now, I can appreciate it because, it's easier for me just to click reverb on Pro Tools versus, hey, Odie, go ahead, can you turn that reverb up? Hey, Moons, turn the delay down. It was
Even
different.
the compressors,
the compressors and the EQs.
Give me
and
some
shit,
more
so,
attack, less gate, man.
Gotta
I know this is all foreign to a lot of you guys, but
it's just saying that to say this and to answer your question. I love the digital era. However, some of the analog gear I personally want to definitely start collecting more. And I'm still mad at myself for selling my gear, man. And not even just because of what it's worth, but because of the warmth in it. Like you said, the warmth and the sound in it. It's unmatchable by any means.
Why'd you sell it?
You know what? So my rent was due, right?
Hello, this is what I want to hear. I want to hear the grimy story.
I'll be real.
The come up.
I'll be real. I'll be real. Motherfuckers struggled in and out. I had a lot of decent placements at the time, but to be all honest, I haven't talked about this, but a lot of people who know me know about this story. I had poor management early on in my 20s. And because of that, I was being blindsided by a lot of foul paperwork and stuff. So, if, for example, I was getting like a lot of big credits with big names, but in the process, I'm being handed $1,000, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm fresh out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my life together. $1,000 off of music is great. Not realizing that it was a lot more than that. And I'm being pretty much, taken advantage of, so wholeheartedly. So, I wasn't really, I was young. I wasn't really spending my money in the right places. I used to car club a lot and, be out kicking it and, doing, stuff.
Did you have a whip?
Huh?
Did you have a whip?
Yeah, I had an Altima and I had a 64 Impala.
Okay.
What color, dog?
Yeah, the Altima was blue. It was a candy blue. I forgot exactly what because with Candy House of Colors they have different like blues. Yeah. I forgot exactly what blue. Oriental blue, excuse me.
Okay.
It was Candy Oriental blue, now I remember. And then I had a Candy Apple Green Impala.
Damn.
Yeah. And I sold Candy.
That
so
sounds
now the
dope.
Impala wasn't
Candy
running.
Apple
It was just sitting in the garage. I'm not gonna be like, I was out riding every day. No. It had some Daytons on it.
On switches or what?
It had no switches yet. I was building it. But it was an SS and it was a convertible and it was painted. I had it painted. I had all the chrome redone. I had the engine done. It had no transmission. The top looked like a fat girl's bra. It just was coming apart. Like it was a work in progress. And then, some stuff was going down. I ended up getting kicked out of that house. Shout out to my boy T-John Annex. We ended up living we got booted out of our recording studio in Compton because someone unfortunately lost their life on the same street. And it caused a lot of problems. So we left that. We ended up physically moving into our studio in Burbank. And just from there, things kind of went downhill.
No shit, was it popping in Burbank?
Well, it was popping, but like we were making good money. But like, running recording studios, I've been running recording studios for a majority of my life. Now,
do you set up the recording studios? Like, how to physically just put
gear
together? If I say, yo, Sav, can you build a studio for me?
Absolutely. Moon's been in my studio.
Yeah.
Everything I built, including the booth. You know,
That shit ain't easy, man.
Sound booth.
Because I had dudes back in the day. I don't know if it's the same, but remember the 1/4-inch plug-ins?
Oh, yeah.
I would have this guy build my studio, the Bachelor's Pad studio, and wire by wire, dude. Like we didn't go buy a big ass, bunch of snakes.
Yeah.
We just had him wire by wire solder it.
Oh,
put
see,
the
now I'm not that
cable
fucking good.
Did all that. and I
That's
was
pretty
like,
talented.
Hey, you just
I
get the
need to
tape
call-
or what?
But I did. I bought. Well, because we live in a digital era now, so you can get
It's all
things kind of
cables, huh?
pre-made.
Yeah, this was back in the 90s.
But I had a patch bay made.
Oh, dope.
So the patch bay was made. I actually had a friend who builds booths, and he came and he quoted me. I think he quoted me like $6,500. He's like, I'll build the booth. Same size. You've been in it.
Yeah.
Same size booth. He's like, $6,500. I can build it. I said, man, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna look up on YouTube how to build. I couldn't find nothing on how to build recording booths. So I had to Reddit blog and all this shit. But I figured it out. Like the main soundproof insulation inside of a booth is fireproof. You get it right at fucking Home Depot. That's the main
Fireproof.
The fire sealant. It's fire. What is it? Insulation, fire insulation.
Yeah. Right.
Right at Home Depot. That's soundproof.
That's what deadens any room, basically.
So you just build a frame. You put some goddamn some drywall up. I learned how to drywall on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube University.
Exactly.
I got my bachelor's degree there.
I got my master's, bro.
I ain't graduated
right now.
I ain't graduated yet because I'm still confused when I watch a YouTube video. But
long story short, I figured out how to do the booth. I built the booth, everything for I think just over $3,000 myself. So I saved some money.
Damn.
Patch bay and everything, and then but I know how to hook up gear and all that too. Like I said, it's just I've been a nerd for this shit for a long time.
Hey, let me ask you something, man, on the booth side. So I remember building my booth, right? And this thing was small. And it was a little corner. I was in an apartment. I was in a condo.
Right.
So I was limited on space. So I built my little, I forgot how big it was, maybe a 4 by, it wasn't that big, but I had all the padding in there and everything.
Padding's expensive, bro. I think I spent like $1,500 just on fucking padding.
I'm saying, so it was small, but there was no ventilation in there. So cats would come over. Some of your favorite artists would come in that booth and they'd come out fucking sweaty, dog, after one verse. So they already knew when they came to my pad a second time, they had to knock their shit out.
Right.
Get in and get out. Otherwise, they were going to be, sweating all over my shit, bro.
Yeah, mine does.
Did you have ventilation in yours?
It does not have ventilation.
Nah, there you go.
You'll be sweating in Sav's booth too, dog.
He gets hot in there too. But I had this one. I think my wife bought it. It was a fucking like a dehumidifier, some little small one that was in the booth for probably 24 hours before somebody kicked it over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, you just have to sweat this shit out. But what I tried to do was build it because I have a friend, my mentor, who taught me how to engineer. His name's T.J. He's my boy, man. Seasoned vet, man. He's worked with everybody from Ice Cube to Boosie, T.I. So if you've seen me with any big famous rapper, it's usually because I got through to him.
Okay.
But anyway, he's 6'7". So I wanted him to be able to come in the booth. So I tried to build it as tall as possible. But in the process, also, I didn't know that the way I built it, I actually made it wheelchair accessible. So
Nice.
Oh, no shit. That's
I
dope.
had no idea. Shout out to my bro, Big Temps. He comes over there and
I was
records
going to
and kills
say,
it, too.
yeah. Big
Good on
Temps,
you.
huh?
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah. But I had
I.E.
no idea until he came over and he rolled right in there and he was like, "Bam, let's go, baby." I'm like, that's my boy, man. Shout out to Big Temps. Shout out to Crime Family.
Well, good looking out to you for being, accessible.
Oh, man. I have to, baby. Got to, man.
Man, that's what's up. Are you catching all this, Crystal, over there? All this,
I am,
you-
despite what the chat says.
by the end of the end of the day, she's going to build a studio for us. She's going to know how to build a
Yo,
studio.
well, I'm tripping out on what you said because it's all about the music nerds. Like that's
Right.
what separates these analog cats from the digital ones, where digital is easier, more accessible to do, and there's a lot of people doing it. But not to say that they got the ear for it. Music nerds are what set it apart.
Yeah.
When you're really into it, when you can, you're coaching yourself up on these things.
Right.
Even with DJs are music fucking nerds.
Right.
That's why they could play all these different. If you're
Someone used to
versatile.
always tell me, a DJ friend actually would always say that we, like the people who record music, produce music,
Yep.
write music, all this DJs, we're like the cool nerds.
Yeah, we are.
Everybody just doubts us completely until we start making it successful. They're like, "Oh, you're never gonna make it."
And then they think that they could do it, but it's like, but you're not trained the same way because
Right.
you're not a music nerd. You're just a clout chaser, baby.
Right.
You just
that's
want the
era
clout.
we live
Yeah.
in, too.
Now, would you say in your eyes, is it easier to make it as a DJ or as a rapper? That's just off the top of the head, off the cuff.
Man, to be honest, definitely not as a rapper. And the reason being because I just read an article. Don't quote me correctly. I don't know if it was Rolling Stone or what, but there was an article that just came out recently, and they said that every day 15 million songs are uploaded to streaming services, in over 12.5.
How many?
15 million every day.
Yeah. Wow.
And over 12 million are rap songs.
Damn it.
Everybody's a rapper.
Everybody rap now.
There used
Doing
to
those
be
shirts.
a saying you can throw a rock and hit a rapper. Now you can blink and see one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and the thing is, like, and I love hip hop. Like, I love to rap. You know what I'm saying? And that actually came on later on. So, back to, like, the producing.
Yeah.
I got into engineering. And really just because I used to go to sessions and I hated engineers who just had a dull personality. Like, if we in here to create, like, I don't want you to be like, so what do you think? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
talk to me. Not do that shit again.
These are the engineers that came with the studio.
Well, just being in different studios. Like I talk loud, bro. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. Sometimes some people love me, some people hate me.
Right.
And that's fine. But I'm me. But it's like I like to have a certain energy when I'm creating with people, and I think that's why a lot of people love to work.
I worked
me.
with a lot of engineers like that back in the day, in the early days, man. One engineer that sticks out though, he was really vibrant. His name was Stoker. Stoker was the engineer for Ice Cube's American Death Certificate, America's Most Wanted, in Paramount right there. That's where we recorded Brown and Proud album.
Right. So
and he
dope.
ended up being
Classic, by
our
the way.
shit. And he's that one that's on No Vaseline. I saw this motherfucker named Ice Cube. I'm right at the beginning. He's the only motherfucker with it.
That's right.
And anyway, I was like, no shit. I go, man, we got a fucking legend. But he was dope. He was a funny motherfucker. And he was one of the members, trip on this, of who sang that song, Tenderness, oh tender. Look it up. It's an 80s song.
Okay.
And General Public, I think that's
okay.
the group,
That name
whatever.
sounds hella familiar.
He was one of the musicians in that
Okay.
group as well. So, man, I'm soaking all this up as a youngster, but I feel you, though. I've also had some deadbeats in the studio where they're clock watchers.
Oh my God! I
Clock
talk.
watchers.
Anybody watching this who knows me, I talk about that. Like, look, I expect because I run studios, I do studio time. I don't clock watch. However, if someone's gonna be here at 8 and your shit's over at 7 or
Yeah.
8, just be mindful of their time. Like I would have them be mindful of yours. Now,
Right.
if we're vibing and all that, and you can be a little late because sometimes I don't want to just jump right to work. I never want it to feel like work. I
Right.
want it to be natural. However, we still handling business, get the business out the way, but. That was one thing that used to drive me nuts too. We're in there trying to be creative, and just so you know, you got 5 minutes left. Like, God damn, like, what else to pack up now?
Well, not only that, it's either that or they're wasting your time by smoke breaks, and they're
Right.
killing time so they can get paid more.
Right.
It's like, we had a joke. I remember.
I do a lot of smoke breaks, but I still get shit done.
Don't blame the weed, baby.
Yeah, I remember I was in the studio with Baker Boys back in the day.
Okay,
I remember
dope,
the big
fire.
Nick and Eric, and they were out there, and I was like, "Come on, man!" And they made a joke. They were like, "Hey, man, I got to get paid, man. I got to get paid." Like, in other words, I'm gonna kill your studio time.
Right.
And no diss to them. It was a funny joke that they would say because they worked with some of those type of engineers as well.
Right.
But they would just clock kill the time, man, just so they can get because some of them are paid hourly.
Yeah.
So whatever it is.
And being an engineer now, I do understand it's a service for hire. But you still have to manage the time well. And the one thing that I used to catch on too, like even though I wasn't very, very educated on how like certain editing and mixing and stuff like that was, I would see certain things where because I pay attention to everything. My eyes are always like focused in, right? And that's just comes from our environments and shit. I'm always being aware, okay?
Right.
But I'm watching. Okay, why did I watch you delete Why did I watch you delete something 3 times, the exact same piece? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so what you're doing is because no one else is really paying attention. They're smoking their weed. They're chilling. They're over here. The bitches over here. All this shit's going on. You just over here. You're killing time. You're
Right.
deleting the same shit 3 times. So I paid attention.
And
to shit
not
like that.
undoing.
Yeah. Yeah.
delete.
But they're just wasting time, like you said, and just after a while of that, bro, I just was like, I finally met, my boy T, who was one of the most coolest engineers I ever met because he was funny. We used to crack jokes and stuff like that. And then, I just went under his wing for over 10 years, man. Him and my boy V Dallas, who we started our company VST Music Group together. And just being around them guys who were already seasoned doing what they do. And that's where I kind of, got my gift in engineering from.
Yeah.
And then in doing so, in that process, back on when, we were homeless living in our studio, this guy named Sly Piper used to come by. Very talented writer. A lot of people don't know who he is. He's been a ghostwriter at Aftermath for like the last probably 15, 20 years.
Okay.
So he actually wrote Kush, the Kush record.
Yeah.
So with Snoop, Dre, and Akon, and actually
Dope-ass record.
his voice is hold up.
Wait, that's Talk Box, ain't it?
No, that's actually him.
Put
Well,
some
I think there's an
Kush
effect on it, but that's actually his voice.
Okay.
Damn, I thought that
okay.
was
So he
Nate
wrote the
Dogg.
record. Drake just liked his voice. So when he used to come by and be around us and stuff like that, he would be like, "Sav, man, you make beats, you do all this shit. You're around singers and rappers all the time. Why don't you do this shit?" I mean, I don't want to be a fucking artist, man. It's too much work.
Because you're concentrating on being a producer.
Well, yeah, and then I like-
engineer.
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of like being behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like I can fucking party and go to fucking bed. You know what I mean? Like I don't gotta fucking be on camera tomorrow. It wasn't my focus. But also I know too because I was preaching and coaching to a lot of artists I was working with. Like, okay, you need to think about branding. You need to market. Like, you know, if you're gonna shoot a video, don't shoot a fucking cheap ass video. Do it right, promote it. Do it like I'm trying to give people all these game plans and nobody's fucking listening.
Yeah, trying to mold the artist. Yeah.
So it's like, and then finally, you know, I started working on some shit because he would get songs placed. You know, he's written for a lot of big records and stuff like that. So I would give him songs like hoping somebody would pick it. Man, I'm writing songs on this shit. I'm like, hey man, Slide, anybody picking anything up? Nope, not yet. See, I told you I shouldn't be a rapper. This ain't for me. Ended up with a whole fucking project. Long story short, it turned out to be my first album. Been rapping since.
No shit.
So,
how many videos you got out now, man?
Man, it's a lot. I don't know.
Just on your own self.
Solo, probably about 30.
What was your biggest video?
Was Winning.
Winning,
Was
yeah.
Winning.
Go check out Winning if you
Shout out Winning.
did
It's
it.
almost 2 million views, which is crazy because I never thought I would ever get 200 views off of a fucking rap video, and then here we are, you know. And it's cool, man. It's different. The thing is with me, I love to do it. I'm a businessman first, so you know if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As long as people aren't screaming at me to put the mic down, I'm gonna just keep talking my shit. You know?
Right. What's an average day for you? Start to finish.
Start to finish. So usually I'm waking up in the morning, getting my kids ready. And that's usually around 7 o'clock in the morning if my lady's not already doing it. And then from there, I'm usually jumping in the studio about 8 o'clock, putting melodies together, playing melodies, just trying to, you know, get some beats started or something if I can. If not, I'm usually jumping on mixes until about noon. By then, I've already ate some pancakes with some peanut butter. I don't know why that's my shit. You know, it's kind of a penitentiary.
Pancakes and peanut butter.
That's
Every
the protein.
Thursday in Folsom, you know what I'm saying?
That's the tortinator.
But no, back in the day shit. But you know, usually I have my breakfast and shit, and then by noon or 1, man, I'm running sessions till 3 or 4 in the morning.
And you wake up and do it all again, huh?
Usually every day.
From 1 p.m. on?
1 p.m. on, 12-hour days.
4 in the morning?
Yep. But then, you know, I'm not going to make it unrealistic. So, like, I'll make sure that there's breaks, like, throughout the day. So, like, okay, like, between 5 and 7, maybe.
Yeah. You got to take a break. You got to chill.
Well, no, because I get ear fatigue.
Right.
You know, and some people don't know what ear fatigue is. And I always explain, the best way to explain ear fatigue is, like, if you ever gone swimming and you get, like, you can't hear shit.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And it's like a bitch waiting for it to pop, but there's no water in there. It's just fucking, you need to go fucking watch TV on mute.
That's so true.
Yeah, I usually do that a lot too. It's like
because after, especially when you hear a track for one track for like hours, it's like, and then you get in mix mode and you're going, all right, you know what? Rather than rush this shit, I'm gonna come back tomorrow with fresh ears, as we used to call it
all the time, fresh ears.
And you know,
if
you know, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, and that's my belief too. Is just not forcing anything either, letting it flow naturally, and then but there is those moments when we are in there working. You know, regardless of who I'm working with. You know, and it could be from the blue check famous people who come to my recording studio to the guy who's just starting off, or to the guy who's been striving for years and just can't get 10,000 views. You know, everybody gets the same treatment, and I try to help everybody out the best I can. I don't have it all figured out, but you know, just from everything that I do know, I really genuinely try to help people. And one thing I hear from a lot of people who work with me is that they can sense the genuity in that. You know, it's like I genuinely want to help people. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's still a business. Yes, you know, this is how I survive. You know, let's take care of business, but then let's have fun and let's really create.
Right.
And if I can help you, I'll help you. You know, I'm not here to break nobody down. Like, even if you're not the best rapper, okay, I'm not going to tell you how much you suck. I'm going to tell you what you should work on.
Right.
You know,
especially when it's your name on the beat.
Right.
Because that matters too.
And that's the other thing.
That's
well,
your
even not on the
reputation.
beat. So another thing I figured out too is, like, with a lot of engineers, it's such a pimp and hoe transaction. Pay me my money. Here's your studio time. Get the fuck out. You know, but what they're not realizing, that if you treat every record with some attentive, like, discipline, and like really try to help that record, if that shit takes off, your name's attached to it. That's still a plaque, dude.
Right.
They don't know. They don't realize that.
See, and I think that's the problem today with these newer generation rappers, bro. Not to shit on nobody, but it is what it is. You just said it. They just want to get in, fucking get it, and have it up the next morning on YouTube.
Right.
And you know, we come back from the days where it's like you just said, there's got to be promotion before. Everything's got to be a setup.
Right.
Everything's got to be marketing. But it's just today's world doesn't work that way. We're just
you know, and what it is it's the instant gratification.
Yeah.
So now, just in society and the way everything is, everybody wants instant gratification. You know, it's not like, let me plan this out, let me build this up and let me work it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just hurry up and show you that I'm doing something.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is,
right.
If you get online, it looks like I haven't been doing shit for the last 6 months until you see what comes out next month and next month, next month. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care for instant gratification. And certain people I work with, I try to instill that in. I'm like, Fuck social media, bro. They're not going nowhere. We might lose some followers and shit, all that shit, whatever. But as soon as we come back hard, man, they're gonna be right back on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the hope. A lot of the way this shit moves now with the instant gratification, with this microwave society, it's like if you're not putting shit out there constantly, it's almost like your audience will forget about you.
Go to the bottom of the barrel.
Unless you're a Beyonce, unless you're a Ree, where it's like their fans are waiting for their shit years and years on.
Right.
But if you're just up and coming, it's like you have to stay relevant, right? That's the whole keeping up.
Remember when Beyonce would just drop a record without promotion? Like it just, did you hear what happened last night?
Crazy.
Surprise
Drop that
album.
shit.
That's kind of what she does. I think for everything, right? Like she just kind of plops it out.
Went to Dubai, made 26 million, didn't even tell us.
You know?
What?
You know what I mean?
Real quick.
Performed.
How dare
that's
she?
crazy. I agree though. I mean, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, there's no way you can be an upcoming artist and try to have a Kendrick Lamar attitude and think you're just gonna drop every 2 years. There's no way. You know? Like people are gonna forget about you like that. However, like I said, even with the instant gratification, just you don't have to completely fall back, but you really need to put thought into shit. And the problem is with instant gratification, there's no thought into it.
No.
Right.
There's no thought into the videos. How many people are shooting at the same goddamn pier space? How many people are shooting at the same fucking alleyway with the same like there's no
Same low rider.
creativity.
Speak on it, bro.
There's
Speak
no
on it.
creativity, you know, more and people get mad at me when I talk my shit, but hey, I'm speaking facts, bro. Like, cause I really do this shit every day. And the thing is, bro, what separates me from a lot of people who do this shit, they're in the studio once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. I'm in this motherfucker every day, bro.
Right.
And I work with over 50, 60 clients on a week basis.
So you know
And
what you're doing.
42 of them might be whack and might not go nowhere, but there's at least an 8 or 9 pack in it that might take off.
Right.
But the thing is, I do this shit every day. When you sit back and you think you're just a rapper guy, like, yeah, I'm rapping. You know, I've seen 15 of y'all this week.
Right.
You live it and breathe it. You're
I
a
live
true
it and
artist.
breathe- and there's nothing wrong with that. I get it. But the thing is, it's like you have to understand you're not the lone soldier out here with the rap fucking horse on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, but they're trying to get to the finish line as quick as possible.
Right.
They're rushing the process because
But
they
you're
want to be
rushing
like
the process.
they just want the title like, well, I'm a rapper because I got this single out on YouTube, and then they go change the Insta bio, then they start trying
Right.
to sell themselves. So that's what the end game is. Just hurry up, become an artist so I can start making something.
Well, and here's the problem too, and I'm gonna state this because I haven't said this yet too. One of the realest shit, because like I said, I work with so many artists. I've had so many artists, new artists, come in recently, and I ask them, "Why do you want to rap? Why do you want to do music?" "Oh, I'm just in it for the money." Oh,
Played.
well, here's a reality check. Good luck, because
Yeah.
there's not much fucking money in this shit until you're popping off.
Exactly.
Well, that goes back to the rappers that are on the video screens flaunting all that shit, flexing, and makes the youngster think,
Yeah.
oh, that's the way I want to live.
Fake
That's just
flexing, though.
today's
Right.
society.
Hey,
Fake
I've done it.
flexing.
I've big flexed on videos, but the thing is too is like, but you have to understand, like, and this is what I try to just teach artists too. But you're right though, because even when we look at it, we might look at it as, okay, I know this is what's gonna sell the video, right? But then it could be like, well, I'm kind of misleading shit too, because now it's seeming like the person watching this might be like, oh, he's making money off of music. Or strictly off of just rapping, when really it's a multitude of things. It's investments. It could be a rental property.
Right.
It could be other shit that no one else wants to give you.
Trapping.
Trap.
Still
You know,
trapping.
there's people that have investors around them. There's people, that have certain people around them to put money into them, which, is perfectly fine. But it's just understanding the process in this. A wise man once told me, he said, don't do this for the money, and that's when the money will come. And the minute I stop doing it for the money, I still don't do it for the money. And guess what? Every day I make money.
There you go.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
But that's why the fake flexing has these fools, going for it rapidly, because it's like, oh, that fool's paid and he just started like they don't see the come up, they don't see the blood, sweat, and tears.
They never do. Like, no one asked Leonardo DiCaprio how many times he got told no at an audition.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my God.
But he loved to do what he does, though.
You know what I'm
How many returning rappers have you seen non-returning rappers, because they think they're going to make money, and then after their second record, they're like, this ain't for me.
To be honest, it's so funny you just mentioned that, because I was going through my text today. I scroll back because for some reason I don't delete shit. It's habit, because on the computer I try not to delete shit, because you never know.
It's
right?
important, yeah.
But I scroll through some messages. I have DMs, or not DMs, but texts from artists from over a year and a half ago that I haven't heard from since. So, I mean, I can't even count.
Yeah, it's like, what happened to this? Like, and maybe you'll go check
what
out.
it is too, like, damn, that's actually a really good question, because it's a lot. It's really a lot. I'd say probably in the last year, at least 15, 20.
Well, it goes with any business that you try to start. You think it's a fast-making money business. That's my point. What we're talking about. Like, artists think it's just so easy to come in.
It's a get rich quick scheme.
And then they throw it up on YouTube, and it's like, okay, I haven't got any views, and
right.
bro, it's like there's more than that than just
it's
throwing
a
a
lot
video
more.
up.
It's a lot more than that too. And then even the other funny thing is too, like don't get me wrong when I say this, I'm very proud that I was able to accumulate 1 million views, and do some M's on some streams. But one reality, see, one thing, the way I like to operate is I never put myself into a sense of comfort, because I feel like the more uncomfortable I am, the more hungry I'll stay. It's just kind of some self-discipline shit that I put myself through. Not everybody, that might not work for everybody else. But even when I look at it, when you value, but when you actually really consider the amount of people in the IE in Southern California and Riverside County, just in SoCal, period, LA County alone, 1 million views isn't shit. There's over 20 million people in LA County alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because but you got to think too, this is also stemming from artists who, well, you got 1 million views and he got 10 million or 5 million views and 2 million views. I'm like, but I'm thinking like, that's really not shit.
Yeah. I think
5%.
It's great. No, don't get me wrong. It's a great accomplishment, and I don't want to sit here and try to downplay my own accomplishments, because I never thought I would ever have 1,000 views as a rapper, bro.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be a producer and an engineer bigger than anything before being a notable rapper on that level. But to look at it let's be honest with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When fucking Riri drops a video, that's what, like 10 million views in an hour?
Easy.
Like,
now you're making money.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just being in a sense of honesty with ourselves too. And I just want artists to know that, like, okay, if you're gonna be in this game, realize the playing field. There's 12 million rappers uploading songs right now.
Right.
How is your shit gonna sound better than theirs?
Right.
Or different than theirs? What are you gonna do? And so get your mind off the money, because before I ever made a dime doing this shit, bro, it was just because I love to do it.
At the end of the day, Sav did it in the building, motherfucker. Speaking gems right now.
He did
Speaking
that.
facts.
It's so true. Like this podcast thing, man. This is what I do. I love it. I grab
Let
the
me just say
experience,
this.
man.
I'm fucking proud of you guys. And the homegirl, y'all got the whole shit
Nah,
going
man,
on.
I got the right squad because
This
they
is a
get
squad
it.
back here. Like, y'all can't
You
even
know?
see on camera. Like, there's a whole team in here. We got this guy over here with food for us and shit. He's like, wait, no, hell no, that was for me.
No, but this is how it is, bro. You got to have
Yeah.
people that, number one, are reliable, the one you can depend on. And
Right.
not only that, they believe in the same dream. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I go after people that I believe in.
Right.
So if I believe in you and you believe in what I'm doing, it's going to be a win-win.
Right.
I ain't got to sit there and try to coach you. If you, I might have to, a couple things here or there. But if you want to do it, you're going to learn that much faster.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's been a success so far, man.
Well,
So,
the thing
yeah.
is too, like, even on the podcasting, like I mentioned to you before, I just started mine last year.
Yeah.
And
Dope setup too, by the way.
thank you, but
Yeah.
it's not nothing like this, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But like, but it's trial and error, but it's just getting into it. Before I even bought the road, you know what I'm saying? I did over 7 months of research just on podcasts alone. Now I already liked them, but I didn't realize exactly what I was getting into. So I did 7 months of strict research on how this works, how the equipment works, everything before I even bought the shit. Then got into it. Like I said, the first episode was a complete disaster, right? Because it was like, it was a 1 hour episode that took 4 hours to do. First the mics weren't on, then the camera was off. Like, I didn't know what the fuck.
And you were doing it all by yourself.
Yeah, well, kind of, sort of. I had my boys kind of helping me out, but
it was blind leading
But
the
really,
blind.
it was mainly me trying to figure this shit out. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna do a podcast, and my team was like, "All right," he said he was gonna do a podcast.
Yeah.
But we did it. I got 54 episodes in 1 year, trial and error. You know what I'm saying? It was a journey, but I really enjoyed doing it. And it's like, anything that you really apply yourself to that you do, you can really do it, but you just have to go for it, But
Absolutely.
being in the podcast world too, and just seeing what you guys are doing with the blockout, man, like I'm proud of you. I'm honored
Thank
to be
you.
here, man. And it's like you said, it's only the beginning. And the one thing I learned about podcasting too that's different from the music game, podcasts fuck with podcasts.
Yeah, definitely
It's not
collabs,
like,
bro.
it's harder for me and Moons to be like, hey man, he dope at music, woo, woo, and he popping, but maybe for him to embrace us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and when we started doing this, man, like hella love, like shout outs, like even like our circle, like Tony A, Rodium
Yeah, shout out
Radio,
to Tony
man.
A, bro. I was on
Tony A is
Rodium,
giving
too.
me a lot of
Yeah,
game.
thanks.
Who else? Hoodstock. Shout outs to my boy Lucky. Like
Okay.
cats that I was on as an
Yeah.
artist.
Right.
I told him, I said, look, man, I'm planning on doing this. All right, man, hit me up. And everything. Gil, American Cholo, like all.
Shout out to Gil.
And I'm
Shout out
meeting
to
more
Gil.
and more as we go along. By the way, another shout outs to on the super chat, Bobby Abundis, man. Thanks for that
Bobby, man.
donation, bro. He dropped 20 on us.
Oh, big good.
Big Bobby, Live Magazine, bro. I see you, man. That's old school shit if you know. But yeah, man, like going back to what I was saying is why can't we all come up, man? And there's so many, there's going to be, that, if not already, that many podcasters as there are artists, like you saying,
Eventually.
uploading.
And
They're already
It's the
coming out.
same shit.
It's funny you mentioned that.
And
because-
this ain't the beginning.
No, not at all. But it's funny because since we're transitioning into that topic, which is a really good topic, because when I got into podcasting at the end of 2022, we're now in 2023, there was currently like 1.1 active podcasts in the entire world.
There you go.
Now, here's the thing. That ain't shit.
Not compared to the rappers.
What? Come on. I'm talking 12
Hold
million
on.
songs
We got a call here, Sav. You might want to talk to Sav. Did it? Let's pot him up. Hey, what's going on? You're on the Blackout Podcast on this Monday. What's up?
What's up with it? I just wanted to give a shout out to Sav. I wanted to say, man, he got the good heart for the industry.
Oh, wait, hold on, bro. Hold on.
Chances.
Oh, I didn't even have no headphones.
Go ahead.
Sorry, player. I left my headphones at home.
No.
What's up? Who's this, man? Yo.
I just wanted to step in anonymously
That's what's
and
up.
just say that I've actually met Sav in person, and I know that he got a lot of heart for the people out there. I've seen him in work, and he does have a lot of passion for it. And it's a good thing to see him out there with you, ODM. Shout out to the OG ODM.
Shout out to you, my boy. God bless you, bro. Thank you, man.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, likewise.
Love, bro. Love. That was love.
Stay up, bro. Thank you, man. He said anonymous.
Yeah.
That's love.
That's what's up, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why we keep doing it, bro. More positivity like that. That's what we need. The number's right there, 951-293-4180. I had the phone accidentally on Do Not Disturb, but I got it on now. So
We can't get through.
Everyone calling in. Hey, let's handle this last sponsor real quick.
Yeah.
You with it?
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to this photographer. His name's Shooter. Shooter the photographer he goes by. You can follow him on Instagram at shooter_photography with 2 Y's. He's a car enthusiast / car builder that showcases his cars when he's finished with them. And he's also throwing an event Saturday, March 18th in Corona, California from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's a 420 festival, 420 event type thing. It's going to have like lowriders. You know, he's naming us a bunch of dope stuff.
Right.
And yeah, just make sure you get your tickets, and we'll put the link in the bio. So shout out to Shooter.
Yeah, for sure. We'll drop that down in the description for you guys. Matter of fact, I'll do it right here in just a few. So thank you, Shooter, man. You guys go check out that event. And he invited us out to come
he told us to
through,
pull
right?
up. He said they're going to have food. You know, you down, Danny?
We're gonna have
You see
tortas.
Danny smell so big?
Yeah, you see the tortas? Yeah, he's hungry right
Hey,
there.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Damn.
There you go.
He's going to the home cooked tortillas when he gets done. Fool.
Oh, we got another car here.
Oh,
Let's
those
see.
are fire.
I think we let's go to Tucson, Arizona. What's up? You're on the Blackout Podcast. This is Leatherface.
In the flesh, pun intended.
What it do, man? You're on with Sav Did It
What's up, player?
and the rest of the Blackout crew.
AKA, hey, it's Leatherface, a.k.a. the Mexican Ed Gein.
You said Mexican what? Nat King.
Ed Gein,
Ed Dean?
the original Leatherface.
The original
Oh,
Leatherface. There you go.
Shout out to
Damn.
Leatherface,
he took it back.
man.
Shit, you talking about an what was the name of the movie?
Texas Chain.
Thank
Oh,
you for
Texas
that.
Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh shit, man. What
Yes,
a great
sir.
movie. What's going on in Arizona,
I
brother?
just want to say, I want to say what's up to the Block Boys. I want to say what's up to Sav Did It. And
Sav,
last but not
what's up,
least,
boys? Hey, shout out to you, man.
Blackiana.
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 Pa, pa, pa.
Hey,
She got the
she's looking like a sexy character off the Matrix right now.
The Matrix.
They call it that. We got Matrix. We got Terminator 3.
Keep it coming. Just kidding.
You got the leather jacket and the shades and all.
And the pigtails, you can't really tell because it's black on
She
black.
got the Wednesday pigtails.
Got the
She's ready
Wednesday.
to throw them bars.
Hey, but I got a question for Sav Did It.
What's up, brother, man?
Hey, dog, so you do all your beats, or do you sometimes work with others that give
Man,
you
to
beats,
be
or do you
honest,
do all your own music?
every album I've released from my first one to the last two, I've done every single beat. The only ones I haven't done the beats completely on is on the group project, so that'll be the VST Space Music album, and that's it. That's really it. So every other beat I've done myself. However, I do have a new EP coming out probably in April or May, and I'm doing absolutely none of the beats. I'm only doing some of the mixing
Why is that?
because I want to
You're
try
very,
something
hey,
different.
check it out,
Man.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
critical
you're
making some
very
beats on
talented,
there,
my
and,
boy. I see like a wide range of beats on there on your songs and shit. So I was wondering, but
Yeah,
you got
absolutely,
some
man. So
talent
you know, I
there,
mean,
man.
I
see.
really love the West Coast sound. If you ever go back and listen to my old shit, you know, I love the West Coast sound. But then my biggest song is a trap song. So it's like it's
yeah,
all over,
like
it's
I
everywhere,
noticed
like,
that. I think on your song On Site, that sounds like straight up real
yeah,
West
on
Coast
site,
right
that was
there.
some G-Funk shout
And
to
like,
Doggy Style.
yeah, like G-Funk, Wild Out. That was some dope ass shit right there. But then
Thank
like
you, my boy.
Fast Life, that was more like of a smooth beat right there though. I love that shit right there. That was dope, man.
Yeah, those were all done by yours truly, man. Yeah, man, all put together.
Hey, but one last question I had for you, dog, was a product of the game. There's like a small little sample on there, and it's like a little sound.
Yeah, it was a
and
little
it sounds
flute.
like it comes off a guitar.
Thank
What
you,
is
my
it?
boy. Yeah, I'm product of the game. Good looking out, bro. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
a little
that
flute. I
shit right
forgot,
there.
I forgot where I
That shit
sampled that
fire,
from,
dog.
but yeah,
That's
that was like
dope.
probably the only thing in there I didn't do.
Definitely, that shit was dope.
Hey, man, thank you for supporting, brother. I got some amazing shit coming out next month, March and April, man. Stay tuned, brother. I hope you enjoy it.
Right on. You guys have a good night.
Thank you. You too, boss.
All right, Leatherface, take care, brother. Appreciate you, man. That's what's up, man. I was bumping that song you did with Doggy Style, man.
Okay.
And talk about some other artists, man, you work with.
Man, the list is...
Because I know you had your LA following, but then
Right.
when you moved to IE, you started fucking with the IE
You know what?
artists.
And that's what's crazy because I moved to the IE. You know, me and my lady wanted to, you know what I'm saying, try different scenery because, you know, it's just it's too expensive in LA for all the right reasons. But what's crazy, I came out to the IE and I didn't know anybody. The first artist I started working with from the IE was Doggy Style.
Okay.
And that was crazy because he came across my radar because I've made a lot of old school G-Funk beats. And one of my boys was like, "Hey, you heard about this guy, Doggy Style? He out there in the IE, like really putting a thing from San Bernardino, and he raps over old school West Coast beats. And I'm known for making those, you know.
That shit was fire,
and I was
bro.
like, you know what? Let me hit him up. So we ended up tapping in, and we did that record together. I actually had my homegirl Hooks to sung the hook. We originally recorded that song in Carson, at this random ass studio. I forgot where. And what's so funny? Here's a funny story about that. My boy T-John was the one who was engineering that session. And he came to the studio in an Uber. At the very end of the song, there's a guy saying, "Run me my fade," right? He was his Uber driver. So he's telling the Uber driver, "Oh, this guy, I've never found this guy ever since." He was telling his Uber driver, "Yeah, I'm going to the studio." He's like, "Oh, I sing too." So he fucking walks in with his Uber driver, and the guy's like, I sing. And I'm like, oh, my God. So here we go with this shit, right?
So the Uber driver's on the song?
The Uber driver's on the song. He's the very last thing on the song. That's the only place I can fit him, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know his name or anything.
Hey, you just made that motherfucker's day, man.
If he hears that song, that's his voice at the end. I don't even know his name.
like,
You
where
were
my
an Uber
cut?
driver from Hawthorne to
Yeah, where my
Carson.
royalties
Where
at,
my cut
motherfucker?
at?
I'll give him a cut gladly. I'll give him a cut gladly. But yeah, so if you ever listen to that song, at the very end, there's a guy going, "Run me my fate." That's him. He was the Uber driver. So
You
that's a
ever
little
do
funny
shows,
story.
man?
Huh?
You ever do shows?
Yeah, I do. Last show I did, let's see, we did some shows in San Diego. Before that, it was Sugar Free and Young Drummer Boy.
Okay.
That was fun. We did that in Orange County, I think. Shout out to Drummer. Another dope artist I work with, him and Charlie Stone.
Yeah, Moons, you work with Drummer Boy, right?
Yeah, I done track with
Drummer's
him.
great guy, man. The thing about Drummer is he's so like, you know, he's so professional and meticulous on the way he does his shit, but the way he handles his business is second to none. Like he's just like he's got it figured out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The way he does his business and stuff, and you know,
He
just
knows what his next move is, future.
Bro, he knows what his 12th move is, and I love that about Drummer and his manager. It just everybody over there at you know his whole squad, man. They got their shit together. His engineers fantastic, and then Charlie's you know coming up under him too, man, and they're just doing their thing. Charlie's amazing, like just great guys to work with, great guys to party with,
Yeah.
do shows with, and most of all be friends with, man. They're great.
You ever fucked around with like Doughboy 909?
No, I
or
haven't yet.
Swifty Blue?
No, I haven't met those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Who
I haven't
else?
met those
Who
guys.
else out here killing the game?
Misfit.
Yeah, Misfit Soto.
Misfit,
You ever met
I'm
Misfit?
familiar with Misfit, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. I mean, I'm just trying to keep up with all these new artists. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know, they come out in abundance, but the thing is, there's a lot of artists who are doing their thing, man, and I salute to them all because, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, you know, it's so many artists that I've worked with have catapulted to other levels. Some I don't work with no more, and they're just big, or you know, some I was lucky to even be in the presence of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just one thing I know about every artist. So you know, I might talk shit, you know what I'm saying, but it's really out of a good place. It's really because I want everybody to grow, you know, and in doing so, I try to just tell artists, you know what I'm saying, just everybody's gonna tell you no. All you need is you to tell you yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
And push that shit, believe it, but don't cut corners. And the ones that you list off, when you list off names of people doing it, are the ones not cutting corners. I didn't shoot one solo music video last year because I had other things going on, and to keep it a buck, my profits weren't in the right spot to where I could really push the shit I want. If I can't do it right, I'm not going to do it at all.
That's right,
I'll
man.
wait. And, you know, I know my fans and shit and everybody who supports me were, you know, a little bummed out that I didn't drop any visuals last year. And, you know, thank God for, you know, interviews and other shit to stay busy, you know, podcasting to save my life. You know, at least I can stay in front of people's faces for a year, you know. But really, that's what it is. Like, if I can't do it right, I don't want to do it at all. I don't want to give anybody any half-ass product, man.
Hey, Danny, what's the question you had? If he worked with a producer, what?
I haven't done it in a while, but I'm very open to doing it. I would love for any other producers to come collab with me. You know, I have a lot of producer friends, so that's the thing with me is like I've never been a hater. I work with other engineers, I work with other producers. Ace Beats is a producer I work with. Crack Baby Joe, my team, Tijon Annex, V Dollars. I mean, multitudes of producers. Critical at Crime Family, great engineer and producer, by the way, and just, you know, an endless list of people. So yeah, I'm always open to do it. The only thing that I will call bullshit on is if you're not making your fucking melodies, because I just had a situation like that recently where, you know what I mean, we got to be on top of that. Like,
You mean like if they got their idea from somewhere else?
not if they got it from somewhere else, because I know the difference between a sample and a rendition. What I'm saying is if this is a loop, let me know before I put drums on it, and then I give it to somebody with a blue check who's gonna really fucking do something with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't put me in a situation.
So let me know if it's a sample and I'm recreating it or
Let me know what
something.
we're getting into. Like, cause I'm like, bro, like I'm the coolest motherfucker you'll ever meet in the music industry. Just don't bullshit me.
Right.
You know? Hey, I found this online. I don't know whose it is. Let me know. Don't just be like, yeah, man. So I stayed in for 4 hours making this melody.
Oh, hell no. You got motherfuckers doing that
and
too?
then, you know what I'm saying? Then I come and I see your setup and you don't even have a keyboard. What pianos did you play? you that good on a keyboard? Like a typing keyboard?
Yeah.
Man, you know what I mean? Just don't bullshit. But yeah, producers, engineers, fuck with me, man. Let's go. I'm down to work, man. Shit, my boy Skinny's a multi-platinum producer for NBA YoungBoy, man. We did some records together and shit. They're just sitting on the drive. So yeah, I work with producers. I work with anybody.
Did you say that? But you're not producing your own stuff coming out in April, right?
Okay, so
who else is?
I am slightly. So I'm doing what I have right now. I have an EP about to drop in a couple weeks. I don't want to say what it is yet because it's been a secret project, but it's gonna be the first one that comes out. It's very strategically themed and everything, and you'll see it from the album cover to the videos. Very strategic. So when it comes out, you'll understand why I'm waiting, because I want shock value.
All right.
Okay? That's coming. I did produce every record on that. It's about 8 records. So I did produce all that. It's a project with me and one of my good friends. But we've been working on it for months. A lot of people don't know he's been in the studio. They don't think I've been working on shit. This shit's damn near done. We have one song that we're waiting on, one feature, and it's done.
So it goes back to what you were saying earlier. You wonder why I haven't been posting shit, because I've been cooking in this motherfucker.
But that's not the only thing. And then, you know, I did announce I have another project coming with my boy Tiny Gun and my boy Soul from LA. They're from 40s, you know what I'm saying? Great artists, man. They travel, they do a lot of good shit. We have a project coming, short EP.
Yeah.
Another theme-based EP, because everything I do, I want it to have a marketing scheme behind it. I don't want to just put shit out. Like, I'm done doing albums. I just want to focus on EPs, get a good body of work of EPs out, and then I'm just going straight singles until something hits.
Damn, that's what's up.
Right after that, I have my solo EP that I'm not producing. So I have multitude of producers. I have Crack Baby Joe. I have Critical from Crime Family, Ace Beats, my boy Villain, C-Dub from up in Sacramento. Shout out to C-Dub, phenomenal producer, great artist too, and a few others. Yeah. So, but I'm not making any of the beats on it. The reason I came to that conclusion was because I make all my fucking beats.
Right.
So, you know, I saw some interview and it was I think it was Eminem, and he was talking about something he was doing where he kept thinking about the loudness of the snare, the hi-hat over here, and I'm already
Eminem.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was something on when he was making some of his beats. Right.
Oh, I didn't know he produced.
Yeah. So he did. What was the one? I forgot the name of it. The one with Tupac and Biggie for the Tupac Resurrection soundtrack. Yeah. But yeah. So
Running.
Running. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did that. He did a few for 50. It was like around the 50 time.
Okay.
So he was doing a couple records, but he said he stopped doing it and just kind of went back to his roots. Now, mind you, it's a little different, but the one thing he said was over-focusing on sounds and shit. So I'm already over-focused on the mix, the reverb, the compressions, the nerd shit, the hieroglyphics, you know, and I'm overthinking on that. So I said, you know what, let me do something I've never done, which is let me do a project with other producers. And just completely just get into artist mode.
Yeah.
Just see what that brings out of me, because now I'm not worried about this. I'm not even doing half the mixing on there.
So when you go in to do this project with the other producer, you're you're
just
sitting
rapping.
off to the side.
I'm just rapping.
And you're just watching them do their thing and
That's it.
tell you to go in the booth, go
That's
do your
it.
thing, and that's it.
That's it. Instead, because you got to think.
That's got to be hard, though, because you're a
It's
producer.
very hard.
You're a mixer.
It's
Like,
very
you're
hard
going to want
because-
to touch those buttons at some point.
And then also, too, but also just learning how to sit the fuck back and just, you know what? Nah, don't tell them to change that hi-hat. Don't just go for it.
Yeah, that's what you were saying with the Eminem
because
thing.
I'm overthinking, because I'm thinking from my production perspective, like, oh, I would have used this sound just to.
But that's your flavor.
Fuck,
That's
that
not
sounds
theirs.
like me. That sounds like me. And that's an answer I
And
would
it's
expect,
hard.
too.
It's just so hard to
'Cause
sit there and
it's
not
like a
say
DJ
nothing.
when
Yeah.
you're going to a club and
Yeah.
when
You
you're
feel
sitting
me?
there, you're chopping it up and you hear one whack-ass blend, you're going,
Well,
oh,
it's not even
I
that
wouldn't have
it's
played
whack.
that song.
It's
or-
not even that it's whack. It's just because we all have like ways that we do shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's just me biting my fucking tongue and trusting them the way I expect people to trust me with my craft.
Right.
So, but see, that just goes to show that every producer I listed off and who is on it, just how much I trust them in their craft.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know them before you actually go in the
these
studio
are all
with them.
personal relationships. These are
Okay.
producers I know, man. You know, like Ace and Critical. Me and Critical talk all the time. Like just Greg Joe all the time. Like just you know, these are people I actually have great relationships with. You know, and half the time when people are coming to the studio, they're usually rapping over their beats anyway. So we got to communicate anyway because I'm engineering their shit.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, send those stems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
How do I say? Would you say? Because obviously you do around everything. Like you produce, and then you sell your beats, and then cats come to your studio and record, and then you just said you have other cats that come in with their own beats.
Yeah.
So you're like work for hire, like not work for hire, but
Oh, 100%.
just whatever, open door.
Oh, 100%.
Do whatever you want to do.
100%. Well,
It's not just your beats that they're.
No,
coming-
not at all. And to be honest, probably only 30 to 40% of the time is at my beats, and that's fine.
Right.
That's fine because at the end of the day, like it's more of a workload on me if I'm doing every fucking aspect.
Right.
And I feel like because someone will be like, "Whoa, you wouldn't get offended?" Like, see, here's the thing with me. When it comes to music, I have no personal connection with it. As far as I don't take nothing personally. There's only two things in this world I take personally: my family and my money. You fuck with those, then okay, now we're gonna have a problem. But when it comes to music, I could play you a beat. Moons could be like, "Sad, that's just trash." I'm not gonna get mad. I'm Italian. I talk shit. It's trash. Oh, that was trash. I bet you this one ain't. That's trash too. Bet you this one ain't. Okay, that was pretty good. Like, but this is my personality. People know how I turn up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's just my energy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But when it comes to the music, it's not about you, me, him, her, or even the fucking dog outside shitting. It's about the record.
Right.
That's the only fucking thing that matters is the record. It don't matter what I think about it, whatever. And I have this theory, like, you know, we don't know until we know. And my theory when we're recording is I could tell you an idea, it could be wrong, but we don't know until we know. So if my idea sucks, tell me it sucks. If your idea sucks, it sucks. And we just have this argumentative relationship with everybody I work with, and they love it.
Yeah.
Because it's honest, it's straightforward, and my thing is I value your time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You're not going to come in here and get no yes man shit out of me.
Right.
You know?
And what's dope about you is that you coach cats.
Yeah.
You're not just taking their money.
No, because it's not about the bread.
It's about your passion. You take your shit seriously. It's the art.
Right.
It's the art. That's
When it's a
dope.
little bit of bitterness too, and the bitterness comes
Yeah.
from I feel like I should have made it a long time ago. So I'm like, you know what? Something in here is gonna work. So I'm gonna treat every record like it's my last one. And if this shit blows up, then fuck it, I did my justice.
What is if there is one? What's your biggest pet peeve about artists or
in the
recording?
studio?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say it, and this is a fucking fact because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. YouTube beats.
They come with a YouTube beat.
Oh yeah, just I need a bum type beat on YouTube. And I
Oh,
just
so they'll play you as a reference track.
No, download this beat off YouTube. Like, see what it is. The YouTube producers have completely watered down the game, bro. And when you do music as much as I do, here's the funny thing. This rapper, let's just say Joe the rapper, right? We don't know who he is. He just comes in the studio, right? He finds this beat on YouTube by some producer in France.
Right.
Comes in, he's like, Sav, download this beat. I'm like, what are we doing with the beat? You gonna email me the beat? That's already a riff. Like, no, it's on YouTube. Oh my.
Dude.
Download it.
Well, I got a crazy ass story. I was out in LA. This pretty big rapper, bro. I was in there doing a song with him.
Mm-hmm.
He after I was done with our song, he's like, "Hey, can you pull up this beat on YouTube?" And he rapped over a fucking beat.
Fucking crazy.
Damn.
And he's pretty well known.
Why can't
dog.
you say his name,
That
dog?
was King Lil G.
King Lil G. Oh, okay.
I work with King Lil G.
Yeah. I was
Shit.
like, "Damn, dude, you rap over YouTube beats?" And I went in there with my own beat with the stems and everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
More power to him. The only thing is, there's a reason why those beats.
Wait, are they jacking these beats, or are you paying for these beats?
Well, here's the no. Well,
you can lease them, right?
Well, most of them are just. Look, 'cause I know how to just. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it out there. If it's on YouTube,
teach us
I'm
some
downloading
game.
it.
We don't know.
All right, so look, so I'm gonna give you guys some free fucking games since we're gonna do this. The next game you're paying for. Look, check it out. There's an app called MP3 coder. Hold on, converter. No, hold on.
YouTube to MP3 converter.
YouTube to MP3 converter. But
Right.
there's an actual plugin. I paid $40 for it.
Right.
And the only reason I paid this because it's an investment to me because 90% of the clients coming in
They
are gonna
want
watch some
that
shit off YouTube anyway.
Right.
So instead of going to some Google search and all this, I already got it on the fucking desktop. Boom. I put the link in there, the beats and Pro Tools in 5 minutes. BPM'd out everything. I know the kids and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Wow.
So they're like, wow, you work fast. No, it's just this $40 app I bought for rappers like you. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you. But no, so anyway, they'll come in and they'll find these beats on YouTube. And here's the funny thing. Revert back to earlier in this interview when I mentioned that there's 12 some odd million rap songs uploaded every day, okay? That's how many rappers you're trying to stand out from, okay? You're already coming in here with a such and such type beat. So you're already coming in with the mentality of you're copying and pasting somebody else's sound. If somebody wants to listen to Draco, they're going to go bump Draco. They want to listen to Future, they're going to listen to Future. But okay, I get it.
Right.
You think you're the
Why
only
are you
rapper in
trying
the
to
world.
sound like them?
You think you're, because every rapper has an ego, and I get it, because you got to be proud of your shit, but every artist just thinks they're the only one. They think they're the lone knight in shining armor with the microphone in their hand. Like, you know
That's
what I mean?
funny.
You know,
Put that on a logo, on a
for
T-shirt.
real. and every artist thinks that until you deal with somebody like me who sees 50 of y'all a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
so
and you
facts.
all just come in with your knight in shining armor and your microphone like, oh, yeah, I'm going to saddle this up.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. But anyway, back to the story.
How many of those motherfuckers' hearts did you break? Like, crush their egos.
Well, there's a few that I never saw again.
You weren't intentional with it, but you kind of were. Like, look, dude.
Somebody got to be the Simon Cowell of these cats because it's
Right.
like
Well, the thing is this, like the thing is with me, bro, is I would rather, me personally, I would rather you hurt me with the ugly truth than give me a beautiful lie.
Yes.
Because you know what? Because to be honest, I can't grow from a lie. Tell me the truth. If there's a booger on my nose, let me know before I go talk to this fucking person over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest with me, dog. And yeah, I might get mad, but you know what? I'm gonna appreciate you a lot more just for keeping it real with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think anybody with any kind of real aspect to their soul and spirit and their mind state, you know what I'm saying, would appreciate that. So with me, like I said, there's a way to talk to people and how you talk to people,
Right.
I have very great communication skills, bro. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here in the social. I used to talk to killers on the 4-yard, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and disrespect you, but I'm going to get my point across to try and help you. And genuinely, I want to help you because, to be honest, bro, if you're going to be over here spending money with me, and this isn't your path, you're wasting money, bro. Go invest in some real estate or something.
We got a call real quick. Let's go to the call. Is this Snoops?
Yeah, what up, bro?
What up? Snoops and Snaps. You're on with Sav Did It.
What's cracking? Hey, what up, Sav? Hey, Sav, I got a question.
Hold on.
Hey,
Baby.
can I
Let me
set up
get my go-tos.
can I set up some studio time? But all I want to do is steal YouTube beats.
Why you gonna do that to me, Stu? That's a goddamn lie.
I'm just playing, bro.
Hey man, we gotta lock in, my boy.
Soon, dog. I'm gonna tap in with you soon. I gotta do a verse for an exclusive.
Okay, let's do it. Shout out to exclusive, man.
Yeah,
we went crazy. We went crazy
yeah.
on that IE roll call.
Yeah, hell yeah. That was a good time. Yeah, I got to do that verse for exclusive, and I think Dream's going to get on there. YG Dream.
Bet. Another dope artist, man, from the HD.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Snoop's just like, hey, look, no YouTube beats, goddammit. We're not
I'll
doing
be like, hey, dog, type this in. We're stealing this shit.
Hey, look, I'm going to type in a big Snoop's type beat, and that's when we're going to go with.
Nah, but yeah, man, salute. I see you up there.
All right, thank you, my boy. All love.
Because a while back, I was talking to Moons and shit. He's like, we were just talking. He's like, hey, who should I bring on here? And I brought up your name, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was
That's
like,
love.
you get Sav up there.
Yeah, because I'm gonna come talk my
so,
shit,
yeah,
man. Some people gonna love it, they ain't gonna like it.
Yeah, shout out to Snoop. He did
yes,
mention
I'm gonna be
that, for
tapping
sure.
in with you real soon. Maybe we'll pull up with Moons and get some.
Yeah, keep telling Moons he owe me a verse, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we gotta get some shit cracking.
Man, let's get it cracking. It's 2023, man. That means it's the Jordan year. We can't miss our shot, baby.
All right, you got you, dog.
You already
Stay up.
know, my
What's
boy.
up to everybody? What's up to Danny? What's up to
everybody?
Moons, Crystal, all you guys? ODM, what's up?
Yeah.
What's cracking, homie? Enjoy your night tonight, brother.
Much love.
Crack a Modelo,
Hell
fool.
yeah. All right, man.
Yeah,
Stay up.
bring some
Stay blessed.
Modelo, man.
He said, bring some Modelo
Yeah,
in the
no
pinata.
YouTube beats, just
You know, pull
Modelo.
up, hey, Sam, you know I pull up with the 805.
He said, put up with the 805.
Ah! I'll take it,
You know I pull up with the 805. That's what I'm on right now, dog.
Yeah.
And what else, fool?
To be continued.
Fucking with you, fool.
And the block out.
And
All right,
the
for
block
sure.
out.
All right, big dog.
IG.
That's what's up, man.
Hey,
Shout
fool,
out
you
to Snoop,
produced the
man.
IE roll call, huh?
Yeah, I did. And that was
Yeah, I
a
think you
crazy
told me that
record.
shit.
And that was so that was a remake of the Welcome to Atlanta. And exclusive, shout out to exclusive, man, my boy from Paris, man.
So how many acts was on that?
There's like, what, 15?
13.
13.
Yeah.
And what was
13
so
on the
dope
south
about
side.
this, because I talked about this on Kim Capone, I think, too, or one of the other interviews I did. And what was so unique about it to me was that it was 13 different Hispanic artists, Mexican artists from 13 different barrios.
Right.
In one song.
Right.
And we did it all at my studio, and I mixed and mastered. That was a fucking session. When I'm talking about that shit took all day to
No, I
mix.
bet I was going to ask you, like, did they all come in at once at the same day?
It
Or
was,
was
it was
overall?
spread out. It was spread out just because a song like that, there was no way that would have got done in a day.
Right, right.
I think it would have been possible, but it just would dip people's schedules. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
He's got some shit going on. They got some shit going on. So we just
And
had
then if
to-
somebody's late, that just throws on everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, we got it done though, and it was already a challenge to me because when Exclusive brought me the idea, he told me he wanted to remake Welcome to Atlanta, and I was like, okay, I like you because now you're challenging me. I like a challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't just come to me like, oh, get this beat on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I tell people too, like, you know, if you work with me, like like I said, back to the beat shit, right? Maybe 30-40% of the artists that I actually record, I make the beats for, which is fine. It's not about me always making the beat. That's more work for me to do.
Right.
But if you're gonna have other producers, get the stems. Because if you know, I'm a seasoned engineer. I'm very good at what I do. Put me to work. You know,
Right.
Don't treat me like I'm this fucking engineer over here who's recording in a closet. Like, bro, give me stems. Let me work.
Right.
You know, I can engineer songs for Future and T.I. and big names and mix their shit. Treat me as such, bro. Why you can? Because I
Yeah.
don't know how long this shit's gonna last.
Like, don't water me down.
Yeah, don't water me down with the bullshit. Like, but see, I like the challenge. I like the work, bro. So you know, like, let me really, you know, give you my all. So when Exclusive came to me with the idea, I thought it was dope. I like the unity in it because I think that was just something that was really dope for the IE. I was still, you know, fairly new. I still am fairly new to the IE. I've only been out here for a couple years. But so for me to be out here, be welcomed in with such warm embrace, you know what I'm saying, from multiple different communities, man, and, you know, be Italian, you know, and be loved by Black, by Hispanic, and just everybody, and just be able to bring people together, Black artists, Mexican artists, and everybody, and just do this shit. Like, it's an honor and a privilege to not be from here and be welcomed with so much dignity and respect, you know?
Right.
So I wanted to treat it as such. So I looked at that like, okay, this is a challenge. Okay, first of all, I don't like the sample, so I'm like, this is gonna be a bitch. But okay, well, we'll
Do
pick
you
it up.
sample or you don't sample?
I normally don't, but on certain shit, what I'll do is I'll take a sample and I'll tweak it.
Right.
So Welcome to Atlanta, like, and it was funny because Critical actually did the bass on that.
Okay.
So and shout out to Critical. He's like, you don't have to give me the credit. I'm like, yeah, I'll give you the credit. But what was funny was we talked about possibly replaying the pianos, but I said, you know, by replaying the pianos, it'll kind of take away from the essence. I said, because, and call me crazy, I said, look at the direction music's going right now. Everybody's sampling old school shit.
Yeah.
Listen to everything that's out right now. It's all samples. So I knew that 8 months ago.
Right.
Weird how that shit works, right? Kind of my little genius moment.
Wow.
No, it's dope.
Wow.
Yeah, because, you know, Christmas comes around. I'm like, damn, I was actually right. Man, maybe I'm not crazy. You know?
Drummer Boy's not the only one that has shit planned
You know
out.
what I'm saying? So, but it worked out. So we flipped the sample and you know, we did it. But then I kept having problems with the bass. And then it, you know, fucking Critical came by. I think he was there with Temps one night. And I said, Critical, man, just give me some bass. Boom, he did it. And then, but yeah, then after that, it was like probably a week or two later, we mixed it. We shot the video. It went on, I think, Latin Beats, and the numbers went crazy. And it's just, to me, it was just dope to be a part of something that was, you know, a kind of an iconic moment. You know?
Right. I think that's dope.
This many barrios to be together, bro. And at the video shoot, there wasn't one issue, no nothing. There was a lot of Modelo.
Did we say whose idea it was?
It was.
Did you say?
Well, okay.
Like,
so,
who came to you and how did you get the role to produce it? Or was this your idea?
No, it was definitely not my idea. I think this originally stemmed from Big Tim's doing the Riverside, the RC roll call.
Okay.
The Riverside County roll call. And I want to make sure I'm being 100% correct on that. But I believe that's where it initially stemmed from because Temps was definitely a part of the IE roll call. So they did the RC roll call, I think, You know, there was a lot of that shit did crazy numbers too. And so
I got a lot of. That's the one Snoop's is on, right?
Yeah, the IE roll call.
Yeah, IE roll call. Well, before that was the RC roll call, and then they wanted to do an IE roll call, and in doing so, I guess just from being, you know, I guess my work ethic, maybe my personality, maybe my good looks, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? something to where they wanted me to do the job, and they gave me the opportunity, and it was just, man, it was one of the highlights of my year last year for sure, to be a part of that record, because it was so different than anything I've ever done. For one, how many people were on it, the amount of people that were involved in it, and then just how it all came out. Like,
you know what reminded me of is All in the Same Gang.
Yeah.
Back in the late 80s,
sure.
90s, man, where they just got every rapper on there, and I can imagine those recording sessions. Like I said, like that shit had to been played out, but like from an engineering side, I mean, it's like you got to get every it's like being an engineer at a concert.
Right.
That's why there's rehearsal. That's why there are mic checks, and every artist is different. Some are more aggressive, some are more soft, some are more highs.
Everybody records differently too, and it was so funny because fucking Critical, man, my guy. I wish he was watching the calling because he could vouch this. I showed him the session because we did the bass and Logic, and I hurried up and threw it in Pro Tools. He said, God, you're going to have a field day with this one. He said 14, 15 different buses. I'm like,
yeah.
And every bus needs its own EQ because every artist is different. There was no hook. You know what I'm saying? So, my God, that shit took all day. But when we got it done, we got it done right. And it was, I mean, I was very proud of that record, and I still am, man. And
what's the name of the track? IE Roll Call?
IE Roll Call by Big Temps and Exclusive.
All right, guys,
go check that out. Yeah, go check that out. It's featuring some amazing artists from the IE, man. It was an honor to be a part of that.
That's
really dope,
man.
Really dope.
We gotta get some of those artists on the platform.
Hell
bro.
Yeah, bro. That'd be dope. Some IE artists.
Definitely.
That's it. Sav did it. Before we check out, man, is there anything else we need to know about, bro? I know you got the EP coming. What else?
I got something special on the way.
Oh yeah,
man.
you don't want to share that right now. Can you call us up though at least, bro?
I'm gonna call you.
If you can't make it back, will you just call us? It's dropping this week.
I'll come back anytime y'all want me. Just let me know.
Oh shit.
You just give me a call.
We want that exclusive, my G.
Well, you know what? Let's do this. New EP, joint EP coming out next month. New solo EP coming out in April. Stay tuned for those. Got some bangers. I'm going to be shooting a lot of videos to the last two albums. I actually have a song called Sunday Fun Day. Kind of similar to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
What you guys did on Brown and Proud, you know what I'm saying? I think you'll like it's already out. It's been out. I'll play it to you after the show.
All right. Love to hear it.
But I want you to come to the video. I think it'll be good to have a cameo. You know what I'm saying?
Holla at me, man. Blackout boys. We'll be out there, and girls.
Mr. Sunday himself in there. But I'll tell you this.
You got to have a t-shirt for Crystal, though.
Oh shit. We got that.
Blackiana, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? With the little bullet holes and everything. The bullet holes. But I'll tell you this. When the new project is done, just because I don't want to leak info, I'm going to call you first. You're going to be the first one to hear it.
For sure, man.
Bring it over here.
Much love.
What's that, bro?
Bring the meat.
You bring the meat. Oh, shit. We got one last call.
We got one last call.
Let's get this, man. Hey, what's up, caller? You're on with Sav Did It, Blackout Podcast.
What up, my boys? Exclusive, dog.
Exclusive.
What up?
You know I had to call in before it ends, homie. I had to call in before it ends, you know?
Yeah.
I want to let you know, thank you, because you didn't have to do that beat for me, you know what I mean? And you did out of love, and I appreciate that, man. And everybody else does too, you know?
Yeah, for sure, brother. Hey, Exclusive, man, that was an honor to be a part of that, man. I appreciate you guys for trusting me with all your creativity, man, and your vision, man. You intense, bro. It was great to be a part of that. Was definitely one of my highlights of last year.
So this is the cat that shot the video?
Yeah, that's Exclusive. Exclusive who shot the video, and him and Big Tim's put the song together. So it was his idea to put, their idea to put the
That's what's
together.
up. That's what's up.
Well, actually, there's a story behind it, you know? I don't know if I should say it or not, but I'm going to say it because nobody knows the real story about it, you know?
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
All right. Well, you know how Kent was in the hospital?
Yeah.
And one day he called me up. He's like, hey, my boy. And you know what? I'm getting kind of shaky because it reminds me, you know what I mean? But he's like, hey, my boy, I don't think I'm going to make it this time.
Right.
And you know, that's some real shit, man. I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I got to make this motherfucker proud. And I got to make this fool like, you know, don't give up on us. And I was like, man.
I remember that because I went and visited him too, man. I remember, bro.
Yeah. So, you know the times, you know, I don't want to put his business out there too much, man, but that's the real story. I did it for him, and I told everybody around us, I'm like, I'm trying to put this Empire roll call together, you know? And, I was telling him throughout the day, you know what I mean? Throughout the night, I was calling him, he was calling me. I said, look, I'm putting this together. He's like, man, I love you, my boy. I said, all right. when he came out, not even 3 days later, he wanted to jump on the track. I said, man, you need some rest, my boy. But he was on it. You know him, you know?
Right.
And yeah, that's the real deal right there, though. You know,
There
we
you
did it
go.
all for like nobody knows. You know what I mean? But I did it for the boys.
They know
you know,
now.
Yeah. History
Well,
was
they
made
know now,
right
you know what
there,
I mean?
bro.
But that's how it happened. That's why it's all love. You know.
Yeah.
And stories like that, bro, just make it even more special,
Right.
you know, about songs like that. Like,
Well, you know what's funny is me being very close to them guys. I didn't even know that aspect of it too. I do remember when the homie was in the hospital and he was going through some shit, and I know we had talked about the record and all that. But then when you add that into it, off of what I just said, too, like my joy out of it was seeing. You know what I'm saying? A culture come together, set their differences aside, even if they weren't from, opposite sides or whatever, just to come together. That many artists from that many different barrios, bro, to come together to do a song on one of my beats and trust me to mix it, like me, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's an honor, man. And it was great to be a part of it.
Well, yeah,
brother.
man. You know, like when a true friend tells you ain't gonna make it, dog, you gotta figure out something, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I had to do what I had to do, dog, and nobody told me no. So thank God for all the fellas that jump on it, you know?
Yeah, for sure, bro. And free the ones that's not on there, man.
But
Eagle, Shooter, all them.
Hell yeah, man. But you guys have a good one in them. You guys heard it first, man. You know?
Gracias,
No, man.
bro.
Thank you, exclusive. Shout out to exclusive, man. Y'all go run that video.
All right,
Empire Roll Call, Big Tempson exclusive, out now on Latin Beats. Run that shit up. Produced, mixed, and mastered by
You guys have a good one.
Thank you.
man, that's what's up, bro. We're going to close the show on that right there. That note, hey, that's something we didn't know, and definitely we'll be reposting this on a short. You know what I'm saying? In a reel, because that needs to be heard for sure,
that was
indeed.
great.
Want to thank Sav Did It for coming through,
Thank you
bro.
guys,
We'll
man.
touch base with you. Maybe we could do a little studio run, bro. Maybe we'll come to you to your
Come
studio.
by.
Maybe do a block out just on a
What?
remote.
Come on by.
Play some beats for us or some shit.
Right on the spot,
Would you be
baby.
down for that?
Yeah, man, I'm down. I'm down like
You
panties
know?
on prom night. Let's go.
we won't take too many. We won't take too many of these lights. We'll just bring maybe one camera and we'll just
I
shoot
got a few
this
of them
shit.
too. We'll be good.
Oh, okay. I ain't gotta bring my shit. We'll leave our shit here.
Yeah. You bring whatever. Just bring the cameras. I got everything else.
All right, bro.
It's a vibe in there. He know. It look like a nightclub in
hell
there.
yeah.
Can't wait. Can't wait,
Hell
man.
yeah.
With that being said, y'all, make sure you guys follow my dude right here at Sav Did It
Sav Did
on
It.
Instagram. Look out for his future EP and all his other successful
I'm
stories
gonna
coming
call you
through,
when
man.
the new one comes, because this new shit is crazy. It's like if I told you now, it would ruin the surprise. So I'm
No.
gonna just let it be a surprise. It's bananas.
Well, we want the exclusive,
Oh
my
yeah,
boy.
we're gonna we'll come and spin it the night it drops. How about that? We'll lock it in. We'll lock it in.
That's right.
That's it, bro.
It's
Want to
gonna
thank
be a
our
party.
Want to thank our producers, Danny, DJ Danny Boy,
The
hitting the switch back there, Tortinator.
Thank you, Chris.
I am Maso Tomaso over there on the camera. We got Creamy Mommy, Crystal,
Here we
and
go.
Money Moons.
Money
Money
Moons.
Moons.
That one guy. Oh, tomorrow, Bubba's Tacos in the city of Ontario. We're going to be out there. Bubba's Tacos. We'll post the flyer up on the community page here on YouTube and as well as our Instagram. So come on out. We'll be taping at 5 p.m. tomorrow, Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Blockout boys.
Block it out. Thank you guys for having me, man.
Hell yeah.
Great being here.